We continued our exploration of the broken expanse and the ring of temples we were led to by Eve's dreams. I'm not sure how I feel about blindly following a trio of nature spirits, but I trust Eve with my life. With one runestone in hand, we set out to find the other three. It seemed apparent that each temple would house a runestone and a challenge for us to overcome. Sarah had previously mentioned that she would name her newly forged blade after it had seen its first action. After she and I fought some priestly apparitions, I asked her what she had decided to name her weapon. Scalebreaker. I must admit, it's an excellent name, and I feel the intensity that she has towards bringing down Aventhi. We found a locket with an inscription, Middix is a windbag. After a chuckle, we decided to hang on to it. I'm sure we could sell it back at that border town. We headed to the southern temple when we heard a familiar chittering from the nearby barracks. Bolt peeked through the door and saw more aberrant creatures. They appeared to be building something. We knew we must stop them from completing whatever it was they were doing. Sarah easily slashed through two of them with her weapon. Eve, with a dazzling display of lights and explosions from her javelin, took down a few more. Darian finished them off with a ramming attack, piercing the aberrant creature with its antlers. Eve was appalled at the mess Darian made. Nothing a little prestidigitation couldn't fix. The mating dance that Sarah performs sometimes. I swear she's a little bird puffing out her colorful feathers. Upon further inspection, these aberrant builders had been making some sort of flesh sack. It seems we stopped them from completing whatever that was. Victor was able to find a loose tile in the floor that hid 15 gold pieces. He seems to have a nose for hidden nooks and crannies. We reached the southern air temple and were in awe of the size. It must have been 100 feet tall, easily housing 2 levels within. The entrance doors were massive, and to be on the safe side, Victor decided to check them to make sure we were safe to enter. When we walked through the doors, we saw a woman meditating in the center of the room. She had bluish skin. Air was swirling and flowing around her in interesting ways through 8 holes that surrounded her. She seemed to be an air Genasi. We inquired about the runestone, and she revealed to us that she held half of the runestone, while her sister on the upper level held the other half. We would have to beat them both in a simultaneous combat to get the halves of the runestone. We also agreed to another condition. If we defeated them in combat, then we would release them from the temple grounds. An honorable request. We agreed and got into position to fight the sisters. Bolt, Victor, and I stepped into one of the air currents that flowed around the room. It took us to the upper level and to the second sister, who seemed ready for us. Sarah, Eve, and Darian stayed on the ground level. The fight commenced, and the sisters revealed themselves to be air elementals. They took on the form of a swirling tempest. Elemental stewards who were cleaning the temple allied with them. Immediately I was enveloped by the swirling air elemental and thrashed about. Bolt landed a punch which seemed to draw its gaze enough to let me escape. Victor placed his daggers in such a way that when the stewards got too close, they flew out magically and struck them. I could hear battle from the floor below and could only assume Sarah, Eve, and Darian were holding their own. I asked Ixburn to try and create a distraction to allow me a clean shot. However, he was sucked into the swirling air and spun about. I feel bad for the poor bird, but he did manage to distract the elemental. I shot with 2 arrows, and on the second, I poured some more arcane force into it. The air elemental moved backwards a few feet. I think my practice with new bow techniques is paying off. Hopefully Ixburn forgives me for putting him in such a dangerous situation. Bolt threw out a web of wire and razor to trap the elemental, but it seemed to not be affected by it as it moved through with ease. Bolt took out one of the stewards, and Victor threw his flaming dagger at the creature, which seemed to either catch it off guard or hit it in a weak spot. The tempest howled out, and an elemental core was now visible. Bolt went to grab it, but was pushed back with gale force winds. The elemental glowed green and began to revitalize itself. We could hear Sarah, Eve, and Darian still in combat. It seemed the sisters' life force was connected in a way. We would have to defeat them both, or they would continue to revitalize themselves somehow. Victor and I rode the air currents to the first level, leaving Bolt alone up top to deal with the weakened elemental. I shot a few arrows on my way down. I missed with one, but it got caught up in the swirling air and pierced one of the elemental stewards. Victor threw out a couple daggers, striking true. Eve and Sarah were being violently churned within the elemental. I swear they were probably too busy daydreaming about each other to focus on the fight. I couldn't see clearly into the elemental, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were kissing. To be fair, It was probably one of the only moments they've had alone for the last couple of days. Plus, with Seredan dying and then undying, I guess they deserve some happiness. Note for next time, if we have to split up for combat, they can't be together. It could mean the death of us all. Eve and Seredan eventually came to their senses and helped in the fight, putting the elemental and stewards down. The cores revealed themselves, and the 2 pieces of the runestone were ours. Bolt let us know that we could convert the cores to fuel, which would destroy the cores and free the elementals, thus holding up on our end of the promised bargain. We journeyed back to the archway and placed the runestone carefully into its carved-out spot, matching the symbols correctly. We decided to take a rest after the fight, needing to recover some strength for the tests that lie ahead. I can't help but wonder the purpose of this task from the trio. They seem to know things that others don't. Perhaps they have an intricate network of forest animals serving as their eyes and ears. They seem to be honorable and have good intentions, but something about this place seems off. After our rest, we set off for the Eastern Temple. Upon arrival, we noticed the bodies of aberrant creatures near the stairs to the temple. Eve and Victor investigated the corpses, but were unable to determine what happened to them. We all tightened our grip on our weapons and pushed into the temple. Something, or someone, killed these creatures. We followed a hallway that emptied into what looked like an amphitheater of sorts. Green mist swirled waist-high in the room. I could see 12 glowing objects giving off a dull grey luminescence under the mist. Our prize, the runestone, was in the center of the room. I took a few steps through the mist towards one of these glowing objects when my skin and lungs began to burn intensely. Bolt yanked me back into the hallway and I was able to shake it off. Bolt, who I don't think breathes, walked into the mist. It didn't have nearly the effect on their metal body that it did on myself. They managed to make it to one of the glowing gray spots on the floor. After a brief investigation, Bolt knew that this was a rune that could push the mist away for a short period of time. They pressed on towards the center of the room to grab the runestone. Before they could grab it, a cloud giant appeared and pulled it away from Bolt. He called himself a Boramex and had skin lesions and rotting flesh. It was not a pretty sight. Seredan called the giant a windbag, which enraged him. In retaliation, a Boramex blasted a cold chill at Eve, Seredan, and Bolt, which whipped and chilled them. I could tell that it hurt more than they let on by the near-panicked look on their faces. However, the adrenaline and battle hardiness sent them into action. Victor struck a blow, and a devastating one at that. He was in excellent form this day, and I can't help but to admire his violent performance art. The giant, confused as to how Victor hurt him so badly, inhaled a deep breath, taking all the acidic mist with him. He aimed towards my allies and blew out a cloud of noxious breath towards them. They all managed to avoid it, and Eve, giving off an aura of magic, seemed to lessen the effect. I fired an arrow into the neck of the cloud giant, stopping his breath from hurting my friends and defeating him. Eve's new weapon, a beautifully intricate mace of sorts, gave off a healing incense, which, when breathed in, smelled of cedar and patchouli, and healed our wounds. Eve grabbed the runestone, and after a small rest and a group discussion, we decided to head to the northern temple before heading back to the central archway. Along the way, we quickly investigated the northern barracks. It was mostly an empty room, save for a dresser of sorts with a large broken mirror over it. Seredan noticed a crying girl and crept up closer to inspect. It was a banshee. It seemed mostly timid and did not attack. Every time this banshee looked in the broken mirror, she couldn't see her reflection and wailed a terrible cry. Seredan, quick thinking as she is, pulled out a hand mirror that we found a while back. She held it in front of the banshee, which calmed her crying, and the banshee vanished. I think Seredan set its wandering soul free. The broken mirror made a clicking noise, and Seredan found some gold pieces and a scroll of Revivify. I wonder if this could have helped her back with the Whalers. Irony can be a cruel mistress at times. We pressed on, eventually reaching the northern temple. We walked through the open archway onto a blue floor, which appeared to be made of some precious stone. Evenly spaced throughout the room were white marble daises, with a pillar on each. A humanoid creature stood, floated in the middle of the room. The lower half of its body abruptly ended in a cloud. Eve knew this to be a genie and approached cautiously. He asked if we were here to kill the Eternal Gale. We didn't know what that meant, but then he continued to say, "He must suffer. He caused all of this." Eve asked who he was. The genie responded again that he was the Eternal Gale. The Eternal Gale caused all of this and must suffer. The genie gave us an ultimatum: leave or die. Of course, we, the Wayward Watch, chose death. It started off with a great 1-2 combo from Seredan and myself. The genie retaliated with brutality towards Seredan. She was able to cast shield to protect herself against the attacks. Gold and arcane sparks showered the air with each strike. Bolt, Victor, and Eve each got a hit on the genie before the white marbled floor erupted with electric energy, arcing out and reaching for targets to strike. Luckily, we were standing on the blue floors, which did not ignite with electricity. The fight continued and we all traded blows with the genie. Soon, the blue marbled floors exploded with arcane lightning, striking a few of us. With the help of a reluctant Ixburn serving as a distraction, I was able to land a shot aimed at the genie's heart. The last runestone dropped from him, along with a Tempest Core, a gem, a scroll, and some daggers. Bolt identified them, noting that the gem could summon an air elemental. We collected the final runestone and headed back to the archway. Along the way, we found a silver trunk with curious scorch marks around it. Bolt was able to determine that it was magically locked, and only a dispel magic spell, or a keyword, would work. On a whim, we tried Midix as a windbag as the keyword. Much to our amusement, it worked. Inside was 200 gold pieces, 100 silver pieces, 50 copper pieces, 2 healing potions, and 1 potion of maximum power. We eventually made it to the archway and placed the last 2 runestones. Air circulated throughout the arch, through the runestones, and sounded chimes hung at the top of the arch. A portal opened in the center of the arch. Eve began to give a speech about how grateful she was that we helped her, and she understood if we didn't want to come through the portal to blah blah. Seredan immediately jumped through the portal, and I shouted for her to wait up as I jumped through. Sorry to ruin your moment, Evie, but we will follow you to the end, even if it is destruction, hellfire, disease, madness, or disintegration.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 31 of Tales of Aneria.
Been so long.
The final episode? Who knows?
Oh no. Assuming we all have TPK.
My notes do say
I thought
this
we
is
were.
the end.
I thought this campaign was going to 40 to level 20.
To level 40.
I guess we're all going
Oh my! I have so much homebrew.
We're gonna hit 20. We're gonna hit 20, then switch to 4E so we can go 10 more levels.
But
Paragon levels.
welcome back. It's been a little bit for everybody here, for everybody at home. Hope you enjoyed our wonderful one-shots that we did. The Q&A that should be going out next week when this episode's being recorded. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
It was last week,
Yep, it was last week.
but also next week.
But we're going to go ahead and jump right back into Aneria. The party, the Wayward Watch, has just stepped through this opened portal after collecting the 4 rune stones from the Guardians of the Wind, and Eve telling everybody that they don't need to come with, and everybody completely stepping on her thunder and ignoring her plea.
Just walked right through the thing.
Walked right through. That's kind of what this team is known for. It's just jumping through random portals that lead to who knows where. And we come to a scene inside the cracked sphere that is in the center of the Temple of the Eternal Gale. The stone walls curve around in a circle, but it doesn't appear to be stone on first glance. It appears like the inside is stars. A beautiful night sky all around you as you step out of this broken portal and nearly fall off the edge into the abyss. Whoever went first, probably, I think it was Seredan, went first, is kind of looking around in awe, and she's just about to take that extra step, and whoever came in second, I believe it was Ezra, you reach out and grab her shoulder, because there's nothing beneath you. The temple ground that normally stands here has been shattered and scattered into floating rock and rubble around you. kind of just meandering through the air. And every now and then you can see a soft figure moving, but the light in here is pretty low, and you can't really tell what is going on. And the rest of you step through as you kind of focus your eyes and see that the only light is coming from the largest platform up ahead, but it's still too faint to make out.
Thanks for the save, Jaja.
You're welcome. I hate to see you fall endlessly. It would be horrific.
Right, though I'll admit I'm a little curious what's down there.
Oblivion. I think.
Well, if we're inside of it. I'm very quiet for Warforged. If we're inside of the sphere, presumably there's some sort of bottom. Perhaps this is just an illusion. It's like a pebble or something.
Yeah, I want to take out a copper piece and just...
Copper piece, yeah. I mean, there are a few rocks around here, but yeah, copper piece works just fine.
I'll hold our breath and be like,
Yep. So it takes a few moments, but eventually you do hear the ting 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 ting.
Like it's sliding down a...
Yeah, almost like it starts bouncing and then it kind of just starts sliding.
It's like the next 20 minutes you just hear the coin going...
That's not to say that.
But it's not immediate. It feels like it takes a little bit, so it's definitely a long fall. It's just not an eternal fall. And then, who has the best passive perception? I believe it's Ezra.
Mine is a 16.
16.
Not me.
Ezra, you hear...
passive... Oh, no, 13.
You hear a little scritching sound along the stone as well.
I think those spider things are here again. Sounds like it.
What's it smell like?
A very good question. One that I was definitely not prepared for, despite who I know you guys are. It smells like the other aberrants that you've seen.
Okay.
Sort of this flesh that has a wrongness to it.
Okay.
Not exactly like BO, but definitely something that you feel like it is definitely not a natural smell. But not BO. I do enough of that, apparently.
So it's not the Dinkest Swass.
No, it's not the Dankest Swass. Okay. You have not yet found it. The quest is not complete for the Dankest Swass. So what would you guys like to do?
So you said there's only some light from the largest platform.
How far away is like the next big enough rock that could like fit us on it?
Roll me an perception check. What's the dice roll on that?
19.
19 feet to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not one that could fit all of you at the same time. It's just one that looks like it's a good stepping stone to lead on.
No.
And there are plenty of rocks and rubble around here that you can jump from.
The sound of the aberrants, is that approaching, or is that like a bunch of bats adjusting themselves on a cave wall kind of thing?
It sounded more like something heard the copper fall and rushed to it.
To the copper, not to us. Okay.
Not to you.
I want to use Divine Sense.
Okay.
And reach out to see if I can sense any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. It's not very far, but...
Within 60 feet?
That's not behind total cover.
That's not behind total cover.
You're probably farther out than that, but you do sense a celestial sense far off towards that platform.
Where the one that would, like, the light...
Where that light is, yeah. That
and
big,
how far away was that, roughly?
That's about, I would say about 200 feet away.
Okay.
Well,
that's
and that's in the center?
That's in the center
So
of
this thing's like 400 feet across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Victor's going to pull out his broom and see if it functions in this space.
Okay. Do you remember the command word?
Bazinga.
Okay. Yeah, it kicks
Bazinga?
up and just kind of like
Bazinga.
floats a bit.
Hold on a minute, Vicky. Don't go just yet. Evie, I'm sensing some sort of celestial presence coming from, I think, that platform up there. Can you...
The trio.
Can you...
No.
Do you sense the same?
Do I sense the same?
Do you use divine sense as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, it's not that your divine sense is detecting something within range, but there is something so powerful that it is literally stretching out to about 50 feet away. Yes, there is a celestial presence.
The
out on that
corona
platform.
of the celestial.
Now, we can't tell... Well, I mean, it doesn't it doesn't give us any sort of ability to detect like if they're good or evil or what their motives are.
Yeah.
I presume this is the being that I saw in my vision.
Was it benevolent or was it, how do you say, going to try and kill us?
I never got a sense that it would try to kill us in my vision.
So should we kill it first or help it?
I don't think so.
I think the last time you went first, she died. So probably.
Perhaps we should.
Hey, I won the bet, right? I mean,
No, I'm still alive.
we're not home yet.
Victor, if your broom is working,
It seems to be.
go ahead and I'm going to take some. I have some pittance.
Okay.
I'm going to hammer one into the platform that we're at now.
Okay.
Tie the end of a
See if
rope
we can-
off. Basically, try to get some ropes. So I hand you some pittance.
Okay.
And do you have a hammer?
I think I do. In this pack. It's not my entertainer's pack.
So you start hammering that pitten in. The sound starts echoing and reverberating off the walls, and you hear a little whooshing of air, and a moment later, kind of ducking into the very dim light, is an interesting creature. It looks almost like a jellyfish, but the top is pretty flat, and the tendrils kind of just reach out and they just start like feeling around the area as it starts to approach.
I'm like mid hammer, like.
Yeah, and it just starts kind of like reaching these tendrils out towards you.
I will make sure back up a little bit so it doesn't try to grab me.
Yep, it comes down and it starts feeling around and it feels the pitten. It kind of like wraps around it and tries to like pull it a little bit. And then as it does, you can see like the top part leans forward and the center, which is flat, kind of distends a little bit, and these teeth start like coming out of it and then coming back in. And then it just picks up and kind of floats away. The pitten is still there though.
What a creepy looking creature that was.
Was I able to get it in far enough to be sturdy?
Do you think I can make that jump? 19 feet.
He's got a broom.
I don't know. Refresh me
Broom
on
doesn't
the
make any
rules on
noise.
jumping.
I think it's something to do with
I mean, hey,
I think
well,
it's based on your strength score.
look
I
at
don't
it
think
this
you're
way.
I
very
don't
good
think I
strength
can
score.
jump that far.
look at it this way. You can jump and I'll see if I can catch you. Or I can just take you over there.
I just think this
I think
route
you
is
should jump.
too loud.
She said you should jump. I'm going.
If you're going to jump.
No, it's
Tie
all
off
right.
the rope.
Let's use the broom.
Okay.
Be smart.
I can take, if you want to hop on, we'll go Yoda style.
Who's got the best seeing abilities? They should go first.
You.
I mean,
Okay, I guess it's
I can
I'll
hear
get
it.
on
I
with
can
you.
see in darkness and blind.
Yeah.
I cannot see anything other than what's. I have no dark vision.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get on the broom with you.
Okay.
go
And so
for
we'll
a
fly slowly
Reconnaissance.
Okay.
and quietly.
Are you just going straight to the big platform? Or are you...
I would assume where did you want to go to the nearest one? Because you have 50
Do
feet.
you want to
right?
maybe kind of like circle and just
Yeah, basically,
get
I
a
was going to see
recon
like
first?
see if there's a way to like jump between.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If there's like rocks or platforms or anything.
So
to get over the
we'll
center.
fly around, and if we get close enough to one of the bigger ones, I want to just like see if we can affect it. Like
Like
if my
push
weight
it
of pushing
closer?
it, does it start spinning and tumbling, or does it like?
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. So, like, as you get to the next
Okay.
rock, you kind of like push off against it a little bit, and
And do
it
we see
bobs
anything-
slightly, but it doesn't.
Do we see anything new as we kind of like do a quick?
So, as you do a
loop
quick
around?
circuit, you do encounter a few more of these jellyfish creatures, kind of just floating through the air. As you get close, their tendrils kind of like shift towards you a little bit, but they don't really seem to be like reacting and actively hunting you.
Okay.
The closer you get to the far end of the temple, the other side, you start to see more and more of these long, stringy tubes of flesh with this sort of like rocky, almost iron-like carapace surrounding it, kind of stretching everywhere. And it soon becomes apparent that you wouldn't be able to fly too much farther in that direction because it's just getting worse and worse and worse, like a tangle of vines.
Okay.
All right, what do you want to do?
I'll say quietly, obviously, not yelling to everybody.
Like yell out, Victor, watch out there! No, I'm not gonna say it, but
And they all go. There's a little matrix flying.
Yeah.
Let's head back and let everyone know what we saw.
All right, let's go.
Go ahead and give me a quick dexterity check, probably acrobatics,
Okay. Acrobatics.
just from Victor.
That is a 19 plus 12.
Okay.
So it's going to be 20, 31.
Yep, you're getting pretty good with your broom, so you're able to kind of, as you like turn around, you realize that some of these like tendrils have like shifted a little bit, just in a general path, and you have to like duck down, weave between them.
So we're doing Dory and what's his face through the jelly fine.
Right.
Marlin.
Marlin. Yeah. Okay.
But you arrive back safely.
I wouldn't bob on the top of these things. There were teeth on them, so.
Bob.
Yeah. Like a bear trap. It just.
Yeah.
Funny.
That's a cool idea.
Take that back. All right, we'll report back. And Eve, what would you like us to do?
Well, I think we need to head in that direction.
All right.
Is it safe? Have we tried to do any light in here so Bolt can see?
Well,
I mean, you can see the thing over there, but I don't want you falling off a cliff or something.
as long as we have like a rope path or something I can hold on to it. I'd rather not light up anything based on. I don't know if they only react to sound or if they react to light as well.
Like vampires.
So the platform in the center, is it like soft, like the platform's glowing? Is there like floating orbs around it? Is there like something in the center of it that's lit up?
It looks like there's something in the center of it that's lit up. It's pretty hard to tell at this point.
But it's illuminating it pretty well.
Yeah.
It's not like only 5 feet.
Yeah, no,
but
it's like up to about maybe about 10 feet from the edge. It starts to get dimmer, but yeah. Okay, so what would we like to make across? Or you can always turn back. I'm just saying that.
I think we should take turns.
Take a
And
long
what would
rest
you
right
do
here.
if we did?
I have no idea.
Well, now what's the carrying capacity of the broom? 500 pounds.
500 pounds and I weigh
I mean,
210.
we could probably all, like, you could probably ferry us each. You know
Just
what I
take
mean?
some
Like
turns.
drop us off, except for Bolt, because he's like 400 pounds.
But you could send the broom to him by himself.
I can send it to him.
You can send it?
Yeah, and then as long as I give him, because it's not in the tune.
Yeah, the broom itself, you can actually command it to like go.
As
to
long
the
as you know the
location.
command word.
Oh.
And then if we
that's
had
why
the
I was saying
rope
I
on
want
the
to
other
put a
end,
spear on it and say like, go to
hold
bad
onto the
guy.
rope and make sure you make it back.
Do we? How far away from where we're currently
I have a
at
spell.
to the middle platform do you think it is? More than 50 feet?
200
It's
feet.
200.
Okay, 200 feet. So the rope won't really matter. But
But, well, yeah, I'm hesitant to like just have one or two of us show up in the center platform.
Yeah, I'm in good
And
shape.
like bad guy, and they start monologuing. You're like, we'll be like Thor in the beginning of Ragnarok. We're like, hold on, just a moment. Coming around here.
Somebody triggered the RP on the boss fight before
Yeah,
everybody's
exactly.
ready to go.
Just there's more coming. If you could just wait just a minute. But that might be our best option.
It'll be a
our
quiet option.
only option. Because
We could jump.
Well, 19 feet to the
So-
little rock, but like, there's how many? Is there a path all the way there? And could we?
I think we saw a path, like we saw like a way we could probably chart. I don't know if it's a good way,
Place to place.
but I assume we
And
saw
I don't know if how many of us can jump 19 feet, right?
Not me.
if we land on that center platform, as long as we stay towards the outer edge in the dim light,
Perhaps we might go undetected.
yes.
Perhaps.
It's worth a try.
We could try.
All right,
Right, Vicky, you're up.
I get to go first.
Here we go.
Okay, so Victor and Seredan head on over. There is no issues getting there. You drop Seredan off. head back.
I will actually get off it before I leave. I'll tell who did I lend it to before? I gave it to you before. I'm going to tell it to go back to Dallin where we were at.
Okay.
And I'll have it.
Sounds
So
good.
that way we can expedite the.
Yep. So after a few moments, the broom comes skidding back up and
Eve, you ready
comes
to
to a
go?
stop.
I'm ready.
Time to brace destiny. And then we'll go across the next
You've been waiting to say that, haven't you? You've been practicing.
Hello. Hi.
I am.
Oh.
Can you go ahead and roll me a intelligence saving throw, please?
I'm all
good.
alone.
We don't know the rules
DM.
of this world. And we will
We
die.
are
24. 24? Okay, so you feel something brush your mind.
Tentacles. No.
Almost feels like
jellyfish hat.
Yeah, almost feels like a psychic
Its
tentacle.
mouth.
Big flesh. Yeah, upside down with the tentacles in the air.
It's a Metroid.
Yeah, it almost does feel like a psychic tentacle touches your
Ew.
mind, and you quickly have to like shake it off and
Get out of
close
my
off your
ear.
defenses. But then the broom arrives.
I will get on the broom and say Brazinga, and then as I'm flying, it's slowly turning, and I'm like, you know what? This is my life now.
So you come up to the platform upside down. Go ahead and just give me a quick strength check, please.
Do a barrel roll.
10.
10? Yeah, it's getting a little hard.
I'm just, at this point, I'm just...
Well,
That's not how you ride a broom.
I don't
you
have
can
any
make it.
formal broom riding lessons. I've never even ridden a horse.
That's fair.
Okay, so you guys are all on the platform, and you see the dim light ahead of you, about 40 feet or so, is there's kind of this pedestal with a kind of a glowing orb that just seems to be illuminating the area.
Does it look similar to like the other little orbs that we got? Oh, we put those all in the
Oh no, it
archway,
does
huh?
not look like an elemental core.
Okay.
No, it looks just like a light spell, a larger version, and just beyond that, on the other side, you see a pair of just the tips of a pair of large feet, and then as you kind of scan up from those feet that reflect in the light, you see a pair of steely blue eyes staring at you.
Real quick, while I was back on the platform by myself, I felt something try to, I guess, probe or touch my mind, and I was able to resist it, but I don't know what it was.
It was just a moment ago while you were there.
Yeah,
And you
it
hadn't
happened
felt it before.
as soon as Eve and
can we see
Whatever your
what
name is,
color
Gosh,
the creature's flashes?
This being is completely in darkness at this time. Only the eyes are illuminated, and the tips of their feet,
when I
which are covered in large shoes.
How far from the bottom of the feet to the eyes?
About 15 to 20 feet.
Okay.
There's a big one.
when that thing tried to touch my mind or whatever it was,
Yeah.
was it malicious? Did it feel like ill intent? Like, was it trying to force its way in, or was it just more like?
Arcana check. Let's see if you can determine that.
Those are really good. They're way good. Crunchy noises.
26.
Yes, it did
Fall
feel
with
malicious.
So I will relay that it did feel evil,
Okay.
or it wanted to do something harmful. So try to keep your wits about you.
I don't have many wits to spare.
Well, perhaps
Or
your
Seredan.
perhaps
We like you still.
perhaps your new form will help you out in some way.
We'll see.
The power of the anti-crag.
The anti-crag. I love it.
Your class can change, but your dump stat remains the same.
Well,
Is this eyeball thing reaction to us talking?
should
It
we
is
talk,
just watching you.
should we
Oh, okay.
should we talk to the glowing pair of blue eyes? I'm getting a little
Hello, Walker.
creeped out by the being watched.
Greetings, champions of the trio.
Eve, I think you should take over.
They know us.
I know.
Step
see it
into the
now.
light. Let me see you.
Does anything seem different from what I'm hearing, smelling / seeing? Not
No.
seeing.
Everything seems like the same as it was.
The same.
Yep.
No odd still glowing in its face or anything.
Nope.
No odd still back tooth, like dental work.
Push Eve's back forward into the
Yes,
light.
evil step forward.
Step back.
Hello,
Hello.
I am Eve.
It is nice to meet you, Eve. I am the Eternal Gale, god of the wind and skies.
I've heard about you.
From my
Gods of
cousins.
Zeal. Shakes everything. I
Yes, they didn't have great things to say about you. I regret to inform you.
Oh, my disciples. Not the trio themselves.
Oh,
It makes sense that they wouldn't speak too much of me. Come closer, let me see the entire group that you've brought with you.
Yeah.
I'll
walk
step
forward.
I'm glad to finally see that a champion of the trio has made it.
No. Saluting
It is not hard to see why.
honorifics.
You surround yourself with honor, tradition, ingenuity. And I can't really tell if you speak with 1,000 voices or merely a dozen.
Usually just one, quite loudly.
It's changed recently, but I think it was closer to a dozen last time I checked.
Well,
This is Seredan, Victor,
She'll bow.
Ezra, and Bolt.
I'm glad that the trio's teachings are working for you.
Thank you. You said that they are your
Cousins.
cousins.
Yes. Closely related, but not directly. Our circles sometimes meet. But there's a lot to discuss and not much time to discuss it in. And he kind of leans forward, and you can see kind of that pale gray skin. He almost looks like one of the Jinn, or like the Jinn that you talked to. But as he leans forward, you can see like his left arm has all of these large kind of pulsing purple veins kind of running up it that definitely don't look natural. And he says, you are here because the trio sent you,
Yes.
and knowledge is what you seek. And knowledge is what I have, if you would listen.
Gladly.
I never thought this day would come.
Are you going to cry?
We'll see.
Can I insight check him to see if there's any
That was me
malevolence in
making
his
fun of Cory.
voice?
That was Torrey making fun of Cory.
For the record,
I'm sorry.
that was
Not
out of
you.
I'm
character.
just gonna say that didn't work because my thing's done, but I rolled an 8. So
8?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna guess
he
it's probably
feels
pretty
around the
low.
level.
Doesn't
Okay.
seem like one to me.
So as he begins to speak, the glowing orb changes to become an illusory image of a large world that appears before you.
Now that is an illusion.
Several landmasses break up a vast blue ocean, though there is no indicators of the map that you have all grown up with. Aneria was once a lush realm with many continents and vast oceans, nothing like what you see today. Villains schemed upon its surface, heroes rose to meet them, and dragons soared through the skies.
I knew it! Knew it.
And of course, the gods tried to maintain balance in all things. It was a prosperous land full of magic and potential. The scene shifts, pulling away from the sphere until it is a distant speck to reveal a roiling mass of void. But that potential drew something from beyond the stars themselves. A devourer eager for a meal. An area shone like a beacon to its uncountable eyes. The scene snaps back to the planet. It was astral mages who first noticed the creature, and how could they not? The closer it drew to our planet, the more it darkened the stars themselves. Eventually, the matter could not be denied by any who looked up at the night sky and saw only void awaiting them. While the masses rose in rebellion at leaders who could not save them, and cults formed to worship this new deity, a group of archmages moved to see what could be done. They were the Arcanum, but they were a very different organization than the one you know today, and they tried everything to stop the creature. Heroes were sent, powerful spells were employed, and even the gods themselves tried to destroy it. But none succeeded. Without a way to prevent the devourer, the Arcanum turned inward to see how they might save their home. He kind of takes a moment and kind of coughs a little bit. And you can see that, like, he is not well. Like, there, no medicine check, no insight check required. He's definitely, like, he's been waiting a long time and holding on as hard as he could. At first, we sought to leave through portals to distant realms, but any plane we beseeched rejected us and sealed the way. They feared the beast would come for them next, or simply could not handle such a massive influx of refugees. Without any way to move as many of us off-planet as possible, a radical idea was introduced. I'm unsure who spoke the first words, but the idea quickly gained momentum. A ritual, on a global scale, set on the world's ley lines. a ritual that would displace Aneria, pulling the whole planet into the astral sea, to hide it until the Great Devourer left. It was risky, but at this point, Inni would have leapt at the smallest chance of hope. As the god begins the next part of his tale, symbols begin appearing across the globe. Complex, arcane, divine, and naturalistic symbols that reveal but a fraction of the effort put into this ritual. So the Arcanum found every wielder of magic they could, and sent them to the corners of the world. Archdruids and ancients of nature, storm giants of the highest order and elemental lords, even the metallic and chromatic dragons put aside their differences and gathered in a massive flight to maintain a piece of the ritual. The Devourer grew ever closer, sent into a frenzy by the sheer amount of magic thrumming from the planet below. But as it drew near, the ritual completed, and Aneria was sent into the astral sea as planned. The scene shifts, and suddenly Aneria is surrounded by a different ocean of stars. It almost seems to bob and sway along with this ocean, and all seems well, until a vibrant crack of magic appears along the ritual's surface. I'm unsure where the ritual faltered, whether some portion of it lacked the magical capacity to hold the ritual together, some cult of the Devourer struck to prevent it, or if the Devourer's tendrils had managed to touch the world and consume some important piece. Whatever the cause, the result of this was the same. The ritual began to break apart, and with it, so did Aneria. The world on the screen begins to shatter into 1,000 pieces, torn asunder by the very sea they saw as salvation. Then, thin strands of light begin to lash out from the ritual's focal points and grab whatever fragments of land and sea they can, pulling them closer. With no way to save our world, the remaining gods, dragons, and other powerful beings turned instead to save what they could. Millions died in the destruction, and much of Aneria itself was thrown into the astral sea. But, working quickly, a few could be saved. He points to several in succession as they begin to reshape, listing off who he remembers being near the location of the realms they are forming into. The Prince of Thorns, the Giants, the Great Serpent, the Dark Triumvirate, Melanatos, and of course the Dragons. Then he points to the largest piece, with more strands of light than any others. Devros, the Lord of Light, was with the Arcanum and several other minor deities, and convinced us all to work together to grab as much as we could. The Choir of the Crags, the Spirits of Nature, the Arcanum, and myself grabbed 4 separate landmasses, and as much of the ocean as we could find. The piece of the largest landmass forms into a familiar shape, the world of Aneria as it is known today, but you see more than just the land itself. You see the massive deluge of water that flows down the middle of the continent, only to be redirected by gigantic flowing arches until it meets the 4 great rivers you know. Beyond them, you can see 6 other realms, smaller but no less spectacular. Then, a purple shield begins to form around each of the realms. Knowing that the astral sea would continue to wear these realms down, Devros formed a pact with the greatest of the deities on the realms to protect them. Shields of pure energy developed by the Arcanum and Devros were formed around each of the realms to protect them from the sea and act as the skies you know. The process stretched Devros' power, and he began to fade, and he used the last of his light to create the sun that flows through all worlds. With a flash of light, a large orb appears above the realms, surrounded by golden chains etched with runes. It begins a slow trek over the shattered realms, bathing the worlds in light. Then the focus shifts, pulling in towards an area, and it's forming a shield. The Arcanum claimed that there would be those who would see a stable realm upon the astral sea and wish to claim it. That Aneria's remaining land was too weak to fend off any dangers that may arise. They decided, privately with Devros, that the only way to prevent the destruction of what was left of our world was to hide it away from any prying eyes. They layered enchantments to block the most powerful divinations and, in their hubris, added a layer to prevent any word from getting out as well. The shields adjusted the memories of those who remained, making them believe the realm they lived in was merely all there was. Even the gods who had helped found their minds muddled by this nefarious spell, unable to articulate in words what was lost or comprehend that there might be more to the realm beyond the shield. The image dissipates as the Eternal Gale falls silent, leaning forward in his massive chair and staring at the ground as the memories flood his mind once again. You watch as a few massive teardrops streak down his cheeks and land on the ground, pooling in a small pocket. A god cries for the world he lost.
This is a lot.
I am sorry to burden you, but it must be done.
So, there are other worlds outside of Aneria that we used to be conjoined with. They're floating on this astral sea.
Yes.
Do they have the same enchantments around them as we do?
I'm not certain. Once the shield closed, there was no way to communicate with the other realms. I assume Devros gave them similar treatments as he did us, but I don't know how far they went.
And sorry.
Go ahead.
This disease that seems to be taking hold of you here, your arm, is it related at all to the cracking in the sky that we've been seeing?
I'm not sure what the cracking is. Can you explain it?
Right. Well, quite some time ago, there appeared a rift in the sky, a purple... It's hard to describe, almost as though...
Cracks.
Well, yes, and it makes sense maybe now what you've been saying, that perhaps the shield is faltering somehow.
And it's purple.
It is similar to what I experienced, but I don't know if it's directly related to my affliction.
We have had encounters with people from. I mean, if you're saying that these cracks in reality into the other places are the undead coming from another part of an area,
there have been rifts opening throughout an area recently, with invading armies storming through that. Well, we've had to fight off on more than one occasion. Anyway, I don't know where they're coming from.
It's either another dimension of an area, or it could be another world entirely trying to get a foothold into what is a strategic landmark at this point. Perhaps.
Or perhaps they're seeking refuge from the Devourer.
Those guys seem pretty scary.
Aneria, as it stands now, represents a interesting resource for war. If there are those who wish to wage war across the realms, then having a foothold in the Astral Sea, where normally time and age do not matter, when outside of the dome that was created, could be quite advantageous.
Question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to divide player knowledge from character knowledge. When we met, when we ran into a couple of those portals, did we ever hear the name of
Ogma?
In that at that point? We did. Didn't we?
I think we did, because we fought that orc priestess, right?
Well, they are one of these people, Ogma. We've heard his name in a few encounters, and don't know if he's someone we should watch out for, or if he's small fry versus other people we're trying to get rid of.
I have heard the name before from whispers and raiding parties, but I'm not certain who that is, unfortunately.
Who else knows this information, if anyone? The Arcanum?
The Arcanum, only probably the highest echelons.
The Infinite Sight?
I'm not familiar with them.
That's probably a good thing.
What is it then that afflicts you? What has happened to your arm?
Sorry, that would be the next part of the story. After the shield went up, I was content to rule the winds and be worshipped in my kingdom of Hasmonday, with cities and temples built in my honor. but I always knew that something was missing deep down in my heart. One day, I was approached by some of my cousins, a trio of nature spirits, you might know, and a collective known as the Choir of the Crags. Working together, they had been able to repress the spell which blocked their memories, at least for a time, and brought me in to discuss what might be done to free us from the Arcanum's wild speculations. We began work on a new ritual, one that would weave into the fabric of the spell and disperse the portions which controlled the people of Aneria. In order to maintain secrecy, the ritual would be split in two. The choir, who were unique and could work in secret with only a few minds, built their end, while the trio and I would trade off and work on it separately, using our devoted to carry the works between us. This would prevent any Arcanum from knowing our work. I had just received the ritual and was finishing up my duties as the Lord of Storms so that I might sequester myself and work on it when disaster struck. The illusory image returns, showing a sprawling city and land that is unfamiliar to you. Then, with a purple flash of light and very familiar cracks in the sky, the shield shatters and meteors streak down on the kingdom. Then the very land itself heaves and begins to rip away, like a great wind is pulling it towards the revealed astral scene. Fragments of Aneria, steeped in cosmic forces of the astral sea, shattered the very shield that was meant to protect us and ripped Hasmonday asunder. As my world began to crumble once again, I protected my greatest temple and watched as the Arcanum appeared, sealing off the shield and leaving my kingdom to shatter on the other side of it, creating what you all now call the Broken Expanse.
So, sorry, out of character. What we were watching was not recognizable as part of the Aneria that we know.
Yes.
But when you or when they were talking about Aneria, they speak of it as the world that was, not the continent that we know.
So this particular one was on the continent that you know. They are speaking about that. Yeah.
So
Hasmonday
Where we are
itself.
now, the Broken Expanse
Yep.
is where
the cracks appeared.
ground zero.
Yep.
So that's why when we looked and saw the cracking, it looked as though it were like we were on the other side of it almost, right?
Hi, Bolt. Can you give me another intelligence saving throw, please?
Sure. 12.
You collapse to your knees as a sharp pain in your chest flows into your mind. You can hear alarms ringing in your head and shouts that something is coming, something is moving towards you that wasn't supposed to be. And then it fades.
I kind of like I'm gripping my head.
It's a lot to take in, I know.
Bolt, are you all right?
Just had another vision or something. Some kind of shouting, some alarms. I heard someone saying something is coming. What'd you say? Something is coming. It's
probably something like, it's diverted course. It's heading right towards us.
It's someone yelled. It's diverted course. It's heading right for us.
It's a hard knock life.
Apparently, Chrome was wanting me to listen to music.
All right.
Sorry again.
Oh, that was Katy Perry.
No, it's Katy Perry.
Are you okay to continue?
Yes. I should be all right.
Did you have a question, my dear?
No. I'm just wondering. Well, what I'm wondering is...
So many questions.
Did Bolt come from one of these other Anerias?
You're from the robot Aneria.
It's the same thing, only everything's robots.
Yep, the same exact landmass.
Or did he come
Except for
from
one
the
human.
destroyer?
There's one human, just named Dave.
Yeah,
like everyone
just
else has got like
Dave, yeah.
Dave
You know.
the mechanic.
Those purple cracks that severed your realm from Aneria, that's what we're seeing in the sky.
Then it is the same. Something is breaking the shield.
How
or
long
trying to.
ago did that happen?
It was 80 years.
And how long ago did you come here, Bolt? That you know of.
Well, I can remember back to, what did I say, 74, I think? Yeah, I think it was like 74. I can remember back to 74 years ago, waking up underneath Manaport.
Maybe you were under Manaport for 6 years.
That's possible. Helm mentioned that they carried me from our shipwreck, from the
Perhaps you remember a specific time.
You never finished telling us about your arm.
Martians.
Of course. Unfortunately, this new astral metal was not all that came with the meteor shower.
I kind of like look at the alt steel.
It shimmers a bit. Creatures of the astral sea, aberrations who fed off of everything, began to form and attack the islands of the expanse, including my home. Before my temple could mount a proper defense, one of them managed to form within this inner sanctum, latching onto the greatest concentration of energy, me. And he kind of leans forward a little bit more into the light, and you can see that the right side stops becoming normal flesh and turns into this large tumor, kind of covering his entire right arm and just kind of pulsing, and these lines are going through him across his entire body.
I think we have to kill God.
Were I in any normal state of mind, I might have fought off the being before it infected me further. But I had entered a deep depression at the loss of my home once again. By the time I had gathered enough of myself, it was too late. To kill the creature was to kill myself as well. And it was an option that I would consider, and still will. But I could not while the ritual, way to go, remained unfinished. So, I set my guardians to seal off the chamber and fight these aberrant creatures as best they could, while I began work on my half once again. Here I have remained for 80 years, completing the ritual and feeding this aberration slowly, just enough magic to keep it slumbering while my disciples and guardians die or went mad outside.
Has the ritual been completed?
And he extends his hand towards you, and there's kind of this swirl of wind, and you see the scroll kind of appear, and then just kind of clatters. It's like a wooden scroll case that clatters to the ground unceremoniously. He says, "This is our half of the ritual, fully completed. If you can find the other half, you can correct the mistakes I have made. Make all of this worthwhile."
What if a large portion of the worker force of the other half are gone?
Meaning what? Where's the other half?
I would
The
assume
cracks.
the choir has it.
Right.
Why didn't they tell you that before you...
Well,
Raggy.
So, let me share a little story with you. See, and Sari in
He
like
falls asleep.
a very like in a very like Sari-esque manner, like just launches into like this
The
whole,
full backstory.
Yeah, exactly. I was
really don't
in
know.
Malagoth and I was exploring.
My name means
and I found this fruit, and it turns out that it's and
Imagine a 6-year-old.
and I got pulled
girl,
into
right?
this
Then I took the hair tonic
looking
potion.
thing, and we fought against
Covered in hair
all of these,
everywhere.
and I had to run down this tunnel, and they were trying to kill me.
Lock
and
it,
then
Pokeball.
we met this creature named Aventhi, and he was this dwarf, and he said that I was just a fragment of the choir, and he had the rest of it, but he was trying to kill me so he could make it complete. And then fast forward a few months later, and
Gumbo.
I died
Lots of gumbo.
and got sucked in, and I talked
Lunaberries
to,
and-
and apparently there's a fracture in the choir of the Crags, and there was just a splinter group that was sort of
Cuddle beasts.
trying to get me or us to kill Aventhi because he's kind of gone rogue and convinced the rest of the choir to do evil things and bring balance to the world by basically doing bad stuff. And now they that splinter group sort of
We need to do it.
sacrificed themselves to bring me back.
We need to do like a fade out and then back in, and then fade out and back in, like he's still touching.
And so, the good portion of what was left of the choir is sort of just me, I suppose. And we need to find Eventhi, kill him, restore the choir, and then perhaps we can complete the ritual.
I would say so.
So, do you know how to do the
Yeah,
other
do you have
half?
the other half?
Because
Let
I sure hope we
let
don't
me
have to cut
consult
you open.
my database. No, I have no idea.
Here it is.
how many...
What?
all the crags draw. All of them.
No.
Just
the
the
majority of the choir are still there. They're just under the sway of Eventhi. So it seems to me that in order to complete the ritual,
So
we might
they're
have to
all
find and
gone.
kill him first, which is great because I wanted to do that anyway. And then we can bring the choir back. Perhaps, hopefully, we can bring back Malik and the other 11 or so that sort of splintered off. Maybe they would know more about this. They didn't tell me anything about any ritual, but admittedly our time was a little limited when we spoke.
Maybe we should... Well, that probably won't
I
work.
remember.
I was going to suggest, what if we kill you? Then you got to go
She
back
mentioned
in
it
time.
twice.
No. No, if I die, I think I just go on to the afterlife.
I
Make
think
him
I know how
back.
this works.
Totally naked!
We go join. Hear me out. We join the Infinite
hug me.
Sight. They use time magic. They fix your stuff.
No. Working with the
messing
infant
with
side. Bad idea.
Time magic is very dangerous.
Right.
Infinite Sight.
If they were to reverse time far enough back, then they might prevent Aneria's destruction, but they would allow the Devourer to take it all, and that would be no better. It would be far worse.
If
So a lot of angles.
is there any way we could help you with your affliction?
I was hoping that you could kill it for me.
That would mean
We are very good at killing things.
I would sever the connection,
Alright.
sparing you the pain of having to kill a god.
Good, because I think that there's like eternal repercussions or something like that. Can't
Is it
be
like
certain.
you keep what you kill kind
Pretty
of thing?
sure that
Cover
would
bad,
be.
or
Maybe we
This-
can
this is
divide
not
the
Highlander.
power amongst
think of
us
the
all.
hit or the XP bag. Like,
This creature has managed to bring every other aberrant in the Broken Expanse under its control, using my power, and I do not wish to see it unleashed upon.
if we
My
fight
home.
it, are all the
Well-
jellyfish going to eat us?
I assume there would be resistance.
Well,
But perhaps if we can
they're
destroy
already
it,
starting
it would
to break through
disperse
the fog the Arcanum set up, and they are starting to
Then we
push
are-
their way into.
Then we are out of time.
Alright, I say we do it. Do we have all the information that we need before we do it?
Is there any more
Wait.
of your story?
I'll pick up the
Yeah.
scroll.
Just in case I can't learn more about whatever the choir's half of this ritual was, I don't suppose you could give us any sort of direction, guidance?
I was not privy to any of their dealings. It was kept completely separate so that the Arcanum would not catch wind and be able to ruin the ritual, which is an important point. Make sure that the Arcanum does not get their hands on that ritual.
We
Right.
don't like the Arcanum that much anyways, so it wouldn't be that hard.
I know that we're almost out of time, but I have so many questions.
I will
You
be
hadn't taken so long telling him everything about your life.
Well, that was the short version.
Perhaps if we can help the Eternal Gale, they can answer
Right.
questions
Right.
if we can.
So,
I'm just
So
trying to
he
figure
said
out.
that severing the connection would kill him.
Would kill him.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
never mind.
yeah. I have time for one question each.
what?
Can we
Okay.
at least get like one
Okay.
hit
Round
in so we
robin.
get the
Go
XP
ahead,
for it?
Sarah.
Or...
No, you do not get God XP. That is your one question. Okay. One question each.
Okay.
And you got yours. Yeah. Go ahead, young Seredan.
So, I understand that killing this aberration and completing this ritual will help, I guess, secure this version of Aneria that we have, but to me it seems like that's maybe a bandage that isn't going to solve the larger problem, which is this devourer. I want to find the rest of our world and unite them again, but what can we possibly do against a creature that not even gods can defeat?
Hide.
Oh,
Not
that's
very-
comforting.
Not very good at that.
As far as we're aware, the Devourer cannot breach into the Astral Sea. So the realms are safe so long as they're here. But if there is a way, we haven't found it.
And what happens when we complete my half of the ritual then, exactly? Sorry, that was 2 questions.
No, you're fine. We'll consider the continuation of the question.
Part A and
Comma, not period, comma.
I'm the god here. I make the rules, so we're good.
Mostly because I have explained it before, but we'll explain it.
I have innate intelligence.
Understand.
Sometimes I need.
I couldn't.
He pulls up your stats in his view, like,
Yeah.
yep, I can see that too.
The ritual, once completed, will undo the spell work that blocks memory and allows an area to decide its own fate and meet with its other realms, but it will not destroy the shield, or it should not.
And will everybody? And this she's just says it under her breath because she knows she's not going to answer any more questions. Like, and what will the people of Aneria do to the Arcanum then?
I know one thing more. That we are not frail people. Aneria has never been. But we have had 1,000 years to recover or more. We are ready for whatever the Astral Sea has to throw at us. And if the Arcanum can't see that and chooses to keep the people in the dark, well, perhaps their time should be limited.
I feel like all this time we've thought that Arthas was the big bad, but really it was Sargeras. Like we just pulled back. So
And then behind that is the jailer. We don't talk about the jailer.
we don't talk about the jail.
No.
Okay, who's next?
There wasn't.
I'm excited to know what questions you all have, and if you can't think of one, then I get yours.
I can't think if you keep talking, sir. Give me a moment.
All right.
It is nice to have my final moments be surrounded by joy again.
Doofuses.
That's what he was gonna say.
Only medics really do this.
He's been back. This ritual, does it need to be completed by the trio, by a god, or could one of us do it?
It was meant to be done by mortal hands. The gods can only guide, we cannot complete and force anything on you, or we're not supposed to. So the choice was always going to be the champions of the gods that worked on it. All of my followers are gone. The trio has you, and the choir may have a representative in young Seredan
I
here.
don't appreciate your apparent lack of confidence.
You'll get it back.
Very well. We can't die.
Well, right. I mean, I was hoping not to again. Anyway.
Gotta write a few things down.
They can't die.
Not immunity.
Well, that ruins my plans.
+3 plot armor.
Who's next?
Before we put up the shield, or you put up the shield,
Definitely.
did Devros ever attempt an alliance with other worlds? Because eventually the Destroyer, whatever, will come from them.
From what I remember, Devros gave the idea for the shielding to all the realms. And we were all desperate in trying to hold the pieces together at the time, and nobody really questioned his intentions and agreed with the terms.
Even an alliance outside of Aneria.
No.
Good to know.
Somebody asked her about the Kraken.
We did ask him about the crap.
Yeah, we know, but
Would you like to know more?
Can she add another comma?
So we'll say that yes, Seredan whispers that, and the guy just gives us kind of like a small shake of his head, and he goes, "I would assume if the cracking looked similar to what you saw in my vision, that it's a similar substance that is causing it to crack."
But do we know what's causing it?
All I remember is the pieces of Aneria that had been steeped in the astral sea for too long.
So
I believe you have one on your arm.
Getting spaghettified.
The old steel. So it's not,
That was those meteors.
so far as we know, it's not the Devourer sort of battering itself against the shield that we've managed to create, or some other sort of external force that's trying to drive its way in.
Again, the Devourer has not been known to make its way into the astral sea, but I don't believe it is an external force. Especially if the cracking is appearing on the other side, as you described. It means something is trying to break the shield from inside.
Perhaps.
Or
It would. I don't know. I think it would have to be someone who has knowledge of the
the Arcanum.
So perhaps someone
Of
high
the
up in
double-
Arcanum.
failure and.
Or Aventhi, who
be Aventhi.
has access to the
He's a member
choir
of
and
the
the
choir.
knowledge.
Abenthi is the head of the Arcanum.
Dun dun dun.
Lots of
But why would they want to? What possible motivation would they have to expose us to the astral sea and obliterate the continent?
because then they
They
claim
want
they know the
power?
only way to fix it, and have everyone flock to them. I don't know.
If you
Why
s-
do madmen do the things that they do?
I don't know.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
They're psychopaths.
Sometimes genius may look like madness.
Ruby's
From the
as big as
science.
a kid's head or a tangerine.
So much to think about.
All right.
I've got my question.
You go ahead.
Well, I see that it pains you to see that your followers and your place is gone. My heart grieves with you, and I believe that it is only something that being able to fix and mend this world and be able to create that memory. I do not feel it would be honorable for only the Craigs and the trio to be present and be represented for that. And for that I would ask, would you accept me as someone who might carry your name, even though it might not have power once you are gone, but in symbolism only, to
You would
create this?
continue my legacy. Step forward, young Udanta. And he reaches his hand out, and you feel that kind of wind surround you again, and it kind of flows through you, not just past you. And you feel the because you are part wind Genasi, and you feel that portion of you kind of like feel like it's home almost.
Okay.
And you see flashes of this empire of Asmodee, this kingdom that the Eternal Gale watched over. You can see people worshipping the wind as they climb up and down steps, and you feel a little tiny pop in your head. Not like a stroke.
An aneurysm.
Yeah. You can now read and speak Orin.
You really needed that. Good thinking.
And for my boon!
Thank you, and I will do my best to remember those who are lost.
Thank you.
Guess it's up to me to final question.
Make it a good one.
Final question.
Well, I kind of regret it.
I'm not sure if I.
Did you have a different one?
Can I
No, it
redact
just wasn't as
my
cool
question?
as this other one, though.
And
I thought it was.
I'm not sure if I want to know the answer. When you're home, was destroyed. Do you know what came through and crashed into the... And you said it crashed into the shield, right? Into the shield.
It looked like a ship.
Way to go! Just kidding.
Could you describe it?
And he actually uses the orb of light to kind of show just the faintest like hole of what appears to be a skyship.
Like someone
Moments
zoomed
before,
way far
yeah.
in with digital zoom.
Enhance.
Now the name tag. Bolt. Yes. Okay.
You can't really tell too many details because it literally like there's just a flash of it and then the meteors start coming through and the land starts tearing up. But you do clearly see a skyship in there. Or an astral ship, rather.
Is it recognizable at all?
You've got that feeling in your head like it might be. Especially after your little minor vision, I guess, is what...
Hey, look, it's a tiny, tiny bolt.
You can't make that out. You're making that up easy.
Mr. Gale.
But for the record, I believe you.
Eternal, please. Gale is right
about the dragons.
Eternal. But you said that because of the ritual and the shield, that our Aneria is invisible to outsiders, correct?
Correct.
So if any ship had crashed into it, it wouldn't have been on purpose. It would have been complete accident.
I like how you phrased that question as a statement. Good job, you kind of snuck an extra one in there.
Says the master of question.
Gotta get an extra one in there anyway.
So I'm just looking at this like image of the ship, and I just kind of go, I'm sorry. Sorry about your home.
Eve is correct. Bolt. There is no way for you to have known what was out here. If you did cause any of this, I'm sure it wasn't malicious in intent. Or I would hope not.
I don't have memory of this, but I hope one day I can remember.
But do me a favor.
Yes.
Make all of it worth it. Help them complete the ritual.
I will. And perhaps it'll help me too.
I'm afraid that there's no more time for questions. I think it's about time that we say goodbye.
To say goodbye.
Are you ready?
There's no way you could free up some spell slots. Just asking for personal
He
favor.
holds his hand out and he kind of brings it up and around. Everybody can regain one of their lowest level spell slots.
So for me, it'd be proficiency point.
Yep.
Okay.
And an epic die for Ezra because he doesn't have spell slots.
You may use your double proficiency this one time or whatever you were doing on X.
Are you ready, champions? I'm afraid that is all the energy that I have to give, and this thing is no longer content to just feed idly on me.
Yes. We're ready.
We will defeat it. And we won't forget you. There isn't anything we could do to bring you back, I don't suppose.
If a lot of us believed in you, could we bring you back?
I'm not sure. If you can find a way to bring a god back.
Now when he
I'd appreciate it.
when he did this his Farty McFluffface stuff now
Yep.
Eternal Gale stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Did that by perchance help me or like remember much of the history of the people? So if ever like there was a rebuilding,
You could like tell stories and try to...
Yeah, like
like a oral history.
Yeah, he infused like visions and knowledge of
I just want to make sure I didn't
Asmodee.
misunderstand that.
Yep, and we can talk a little bit more about the repercussions. Like it was a flood of memories. You'll have to meditate on it in order to get a little bit more. But yeah, there is a lot of information that you might be able to transcribe or tell word of mouth.
Well, I am hoping to bring back the the fragment of the choir that sacrificed themselves for me, so perhaps if I can do that.
Good luck.
I just wanted to give you a little bit of hope.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves.
And on that, I'm going to tap on my chest. And then... do I have the temporary hit points for everyone?
I don't believe so. I think you used it.
Dang it!
And I will cast
But I will use that
less.
for myself.
Then I will cast Cordon of Arrows.
Cordon of arrows? Okay.
Nearest
Are you throwing
house.
out daggers too, or are you just...
Draw my bow.
On
will cast
this
nothing.
one,
You shoot
Bless.
your bow.
I cast draw my bow.
I'll
Bless.
put out some daggers. Yeah,
Bless.
I'll put out 4.
Who's got bless?
Give it just a moment.
Dallin, Colby,
Ooh, I just have them.
and let's do. Who needs it more?
I think Preston probably is going to do more
You do 4.
damage.
I only have first level spell slots, so just. Okay, you 3.
Okay.
And don't forget, we gotta remember my auras.
By the way, I just always have sharpshooter on. It's just easier for me to remember. So, unless I like specifically.
So we've
Say what I
got
got.
Plus 5 to hit,
Cordon of
17
arrows.
plus a d8.
Cordon of Arrows and
Bless.
four
daggers.
Daggers out.
I created a note for
Your
this.
temporary hit points. Anything else that anybody would like to prepare?
No.
And
Can I take another bonus action and make my gauntlet light up?
Yeah.
Bright light 30 feet so
Yep.
that I can actually see.
Yeah.
See what I'm doing?
And the last thing, I want to take an action to empower my daggers. So all my attuned daggers are empowered for one
Okay.
attack.
Every time he's about to, like...
One more.
hold on. Let me cast
wait,
this.
Yeah.
He says, "Good luck, Wayward Watch. I hope that you succeed." And then he kind of gives this shudder and collapses in his chair. And you see the tendrils underneath him begin to roil as they start to retreat and pull back. And this tumor starts to pick itself up. And there's this horrid slurping sound as it peels away and reveals this large kind of almost like a blooming flower of flesh, and inside you can see tendrils and these little fanged teeth that lead into a deep maw. And then it spins, and you can see this creature with no eyes and a smaller maw shriek at you as these, and all the tendrils around it just start vibrating. And we're going to go ahead and roll initiative here after we get the combat set up.
We begin to fight the avalanche.
And I'm actually going to ask everybody to leave the room while we set up the combat, because we've got quite the board that we need to set up here.
Oh.
So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Here's the battle map for you. Now let's bring everybody else in. All right, come on in. Come on down.
Come on down.
It's going to be really fun.
Here we go. Let's get your honest reactions. We're going to be...
The Sarlacc that can fly.
Dude. It's on a rotating...
That's so that nobody has to touch it to pick it up and move it around. We'll stop it in just a moment here, but...
I like the spittle.
I didn't put you guys on there. Where's
We died.
Dude. That is awesome. Where did you get that model?
That is from the Skies of Sordain campaign. It came with a bunch of different models, including the little ones that you see, the little jellyfish around here as well, that you guys can see.
This side is a Sarlacc pit.
Mm-hmm.
That side is a creepy jelly.
That is nasty.
Okay. But this is what you see before you. Scott, when it gets around facing forward, you can go ahead and disable it. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Sweet. The pustules.
You want to remove the platform and just put it on the...
I like it. Tall like that.
The flying
Out of the box,
jellyfish.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite part is the hot glue work that Scott did to make this.
Yeah.
It's like a special type of all-purpose glue that everyone uses, super sticky and stringy.
And
And
string it. That's cool. These ones remind me of in Ocarina of Time. There are those little tentacle things that when you walked under them, it would grab you and suck you up and try and eat you. That's what they remind me of.
Oh man, they have numbers.
We'll call them
Crap.
death
I thought
pancakes.
they were. I was hoping they were just for
decoration.
decoration.
Death pancakes.
Okay. Seredan, what is your initiative?
17.
17. Evosia.
9.
No.
9!
I refuse to roll initiative.
9.
19. 19.
Victor.
22.
22. And Bolt.
17.
Oh. Alright. Alright, so. A little explanation on the battlefield here. The large creature that you see before you has these carapace-covered tendrils that you observed in your little flyabout that are connecting to the 4 tumors on the islands. It is currently floating about 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
And Victor goes first.
Now, this one that's floating over here is probably the closest right now, right? If I'm understanding. Number one?
The little one that is on the platform is the one closest to you, yes.
Alright,
See how hard it is to kill that.
I'm gonna go 5.
Then we can start to
10.
cry.
and then I'm going to throw...
If you want, I'll move for you. So
Yeah. I'll throw... Cinder Hearth.
Also, all of Victor's knives are
Painted as well.
Yes. Fine.
So
I
I will
look like Power Rangers.
right? I'm actually going to throw Shadow Song and then try and have it call out and see if I can hear anything behind it.
Okay.
But I'm going to try and hit it for a 4. I said 4. I shouldn't have rolled a 4. I mean, come on. So that's going to be a total on that one of 12.
12 will miss.
Yeah.
It does kind of ping out, and you can kind of see that tumor in the cable connecting to the large.
The one over there?
Yep.
Okay.
So put Cinder Hearth out there as well.
Okay.
Where's it at?
He'll be over by the tumor.
Right next to the. Oh, were you attacking the tumor?
No,
or
I
were
was
you
hitting the little
attacking-
pancake, but
Okay.
wherever it flew past or hit.
Yeah, it'll just be in there.
Bonus action. I'll reach out to Sarah next to us and say,
This fight's not starting out so well. I want to make sure you don't die. And shield the face.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks, Vicky. Me too.
Okay.
That's it.
That's everything?
Yep.
Oh, then at the end of your turn, the being is going to take a legendary action.
No,
Now,
Ready?
one more
Please.
thing. Please, just ease us into it. You said that as you set up a reaction to cast your Oath of Enmity
On whatever came out of
Yep.
the god.
And then, really quickly, Victor, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw at the beginning of your turn.
Beginning of my turn? Okay.
Yep.
There's a intelligence plus 5. 22.
22. So you feel this creature kind of send out a psychic pulse kind of constantly around the area, but it doesn't affect you. You're kind of, whatever mind shielding you have is holding it off for now.
Steal your minds.
Now, is it within 15 feet of anybody? Consider it on the edge, Scott.
I have 10, 15.
Jerry.
Nope.
No?
Everyone is 20 feet away.
Then it is going to move 15 feet forward, but also 15 feet up in the air. So it is now 15. So it's hovering 15 feet up in the air.
Okay. Do you want me? I'm just going to put a marker so I don't have to move him around and possibly.
Probably a good idea.
No worries.
Let's go ahead. It's going to be
That thing is very delicate.
a shiny purple.
Okay, so that is the center of the thing. It is a 3x3 base.
Okay.
So it
If
probably
it's
moves
15
up.
feet forward, it's right there. That's the
So it does technically move into the cordon of arrows.
Okay. So Cordon of Arrows, you need to make Dex save of 11.
Okay.
Now, When I am no, those ones were my magical ones because I can't use that for the magical ammunition. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So.
It does not make it save.
Okay. So it's going to take 1d6. I think there's just the one. Or no ammunition restraint. Okay. Yeah. So that's 6. That's piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you see this arrow, or rather the whatever ammunition you use for this, kind of pick up and slam into the thing, and it sticks in. And then you see kind of there's this pulse from one of the tumors, and it kind of travels along the tendril, and the arrow pops out, and the wound seals up.
Okay. Yeah, and to be clear, you had arrows last time, or with bolts.
I had bolts, and I would have just given you whatever.
I'm just using those bolts. Is what I'm using.
Crossbow bolts.
Crossbow bolts. Yeah.
Actual big bolts.
Big bad bolts.
So we sharpen the end of
Little bolts.
Okay.
And then at the end of its turn, if it ends its turn within 30 feet, it'll also take.
Okay. And it is its turn now.
Okay. So another d6. That's just 1 damage.
Well, when
At
it
the
ends
end
its
of
turn.
its turn.
Oh, sorry.
But what it's going to do is it's going to make 2 attacks and try and lash its tentacles around
Tentacle
Eve and Seredan.
Oh no!
Eve, that's a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay.
We broke our table. Our table. It's broken.
21 against Seredan.
How much does Shield of Faith give me?
+2.
Miss.
Okay. So these tentacles lash down 15 feet to the ground and trying to like wrap you up, and you both kind of like duck and roll out of the way.
Nice.
And the thing lets out a shriek of anger and hunger before it ends its turn and takes 1 damage. From that
And so
as well.
that's.
And again, the same thing
2 more
appears to
left.
happen. That arrow sticks in and then pops out, and there's another little pulse of flesh as it heals up a little bit again.
So it's filled with fix-a-flap. That's what we're hearing.
fix a flesh.
Each
Fix
of
a
these
flesh.
guys
Okay, got it.
are a can of Fix-a-Flesh.
Just a second here.
And we have 1 ranged damage dealer.
Woo woo! Been waiting for this moment the whole campaign. Time to be a hero, guys.
I need
Yeah, if only
someone to be
anything
within
else that
proximity
could get
of
you
it so I
across
can
gaps and distances.
attack it.
Maybe you should be in your broom, is what I heard from the DM.
I could, but I need someone else there to do backstab damage.
Who has that potion? What was the potion we had?
Of almighty
Maximum effort?
Maximum
And what does it do?
It
Basic.
almighty's you.
Nope.
I don't know.
It maxes out the damage on a spell or ability.
There you go.
On the
A
next spell.
singular,
A singular
or
spell
for the next 5 minutes.
A singular spell.
Okay, who got fireball?
Ezra, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, since this guy's creeping up on us, I'm gonna send Exburn close.
Okay.
To that one.
Yeah. And have him give me some advantage here.
Okay.
Just kind of flutter in his face.
Doesn't really have a face, but go ahead.
You know, just
It tries
tries to help.
You can see like the sinking feeling as it tries
Crit!
to
Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna use one of these.
So early in the night, he's already showing me up.
So that and an 8. So that's gonna be so we're at 25, so that's 28. 36 damage.
36 damage?
Nice.
Yes.
And that's with your
Step.
That's,
Sharpshooter, yeah.
Yeah, that's with sharpshooter. Yep.
sharpshooter,
Yeah.
but not double.
Not doubling my
And then what number is that?
Number 1.
Number 1.
And you said it was 36 damage?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then this time I don't get advantage, but let's shoot again for 13.
13 will hit.
Okay.
Nice.
For math is a wonderful thing. 21.
21 damage. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you definitely slam a pair of arrows into this thing. You can hear it kind of warble and pulse with air. It looks very like bloody and wounded.
Sweet.
Okay. And then
I think I'm gonna actually move to try and get.
Stay close to Eve.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. At the beginning of your turn, you needed to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
With
Bless.
her bless.
Yep.
Oh, and I didn't even include that in my
And your
check.
aura?
That's okay.
Or does your aura not apply to...
He's not within
That's
10
only,
feet.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 7.
Yes.
At the beginning
He
of the turn,
wasn't
you
at the
would've been-
beginning.
Oh, he
Yeah, he
wasn't?
was.
No, I
He
was
was?
right. I was right there.
Anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
oh, yeah,
within
10 feet,
feet.
so another 4. Or is it 2?
What's your charisma?
How
Yeah, it's
pretty
plus
are you?
5.
So I
Plus
have 5
5.
to this? Okay, nice.
And then the bless, of course.
Plus 14? Is that okay?
14?
Does that make it?
Is that okay?
14 does not make
Not okay.
It's with all those added
Um,
bonuses.
I rolled so bad.
as this, you can just feel this psychic presence like weighing down on you. You cannot take reactions this turn.
Okay.
It's sitting on
Oh
your
no.
I don't know that that's not too.
Okay. And then you said you wanted to move. Is that correct?
No, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
Change my mind.
All right. And then at the end of your turn, he'll take a legendary action, and he's going to make a pair of attacks against Bolt and Ezra.
Nice done, Bolt.
Ezra, that's an 18 to hit.
That's my AC. I'm gonna use. Oh, I can't.
You can't use
Dang it!
You're like,
Got it!
I don't think that's gonna
I wish
matter.
you
I was like,
could
that's not so
within
bad.
5 feet of me, though.
I don't need my reactions.
Because
I'm
then
gonna
I
use my
could do
reaction.
In my
hubris,
hubris, I was
I thought
struck
Intercept allowed you
down.
to move to the target.
Yeah, that hits.
Protection
mate.
is the one that.
When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, so you have to be with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 10. Okay,
And
so yes, I'm
All right,
taking
so
damage.
yes, that will hit. So you're grappled.
Oh no!
There's no damage right now,
Okay.
but you will take damage at the start of your turns. But it will be able to bring you up to do its bite
It's
attack.
totally
on
a
you.
Sarlacc pit.
Yeah. So it does bring you back around to the mouth behind, and starts like
Right now?
lashing.
Already?
Well, yeah, it will. Yeah.
Right now.
Yep, it'll be part of its multi-attack.
Look of
We'll do the attack on Bolt
terror
first to
on
see
your
if it's got
face.
any other targets. That's a crit. I am so sorry.
Nice and only.
But
He's
it is
not
just
sorry.
it's just the grasping tentacle. It doesn't do any damage. You are just grappled. And let's just go ahead and roll. We'll say with that crit, it's going to try to bite you instead.
Okay.
Okay. Rather than Ezra. So it brings you up to the small mouth, but Bolt gets the big mouth. Like it starts like
So many mouths. It's so hard to
I made out of metal. It's got teeth. Like,
You're getting,
come on.
You got the
Like,
back butt, and I got the front butt.
that is 28
Why?
to hit.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. I just don't know.
Like, how do they
I'm
make out with each
disturbed.
other?
I don't think so.
If
So
there's another one.
see all the things pop out of
Bad
it.
joke. Always count on Preston.
Take 25 piercing damage.
Oh my
As this thing brings you down.
Metal
As it
piercing
chomps on
teeth.
Okay, and that is its legendary action.
Its skin is too tough. I must go inside. But for me, it'd just be like, I'm gonna find its uvula. Speedbag it. Yeah, the one in the back.
Yeah. The back uvula and the front uvula.
Number 1 is going to move to the closest person, which is Seredan.
Yeah, that's me.
It looks like.
It does run into 2 daggers on the way. I don't know if that matters.
How close does it have to be to get damage from the cordon of arrows, by the way, Preston?
30 feet.
30 feet?
First time
Is
it
that
is
within-
within 30 feet, and if it ends its turn there, I have 2 more arrows in that order of arrows.
25.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
Alright.
just damage.
6 damage.
Nice.
Damage to it.
So I have 1 more.
Okay. And then it is going to try and wrap its tentacles around Seredan.
Okay.
Okay. That is not the plus to hit.
So you and I are restrained?
Grappled.
Just grappled, not restrained. Yep.
Yeah. So we can still take actions and stuff. We just can't move. Right, that's grappled. Yeah.
Yep. Just move speed 0.
Speed 0.
It's so much scarier to be in a big fight on this side of the screen. Because on that side you're supposed to die, and on this side, you could, but it would suck. It'd be scary.
Sorry, just a moment here.
Face the void.
Yeah.
Find out that the Devourer was actually the good guy.
I mean, in essence, Ezra's me, so if you kill Ezra, you kill me. And it's just facing my mortality.
Don't take it personally.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. You can kill me. It's fine. It'd be scary.
He's going to kill you with
Yeah,
cancer,
he'll
no
kill you.
less.
Mm-hmm.
That's personal.
I mean, that's why this is so scary. It's real.
It's like what was that, Harley Quinn? She shoots him with the cancer gun. She gave him cancer. You're a horrible person.
That is. I always hate traveling over here. Okay, we're just gonna go with one that's.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Like, what's happening
Everything's fine.
over here?
Consulting
That
all
is
the
a
tomes.
21 to hit. Okay, so this thing tries to wrap around you, and you just kind of like bring your double scimitar up
That's right.
and block it a few times.
It's called the Scale Breaker.
Oh, right, the scale breaker.
As we heard in the monologue thingy at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
The whatever.
The recap.
I think I'm in the corner. Yeah.
Okay.
You would be
and
that
then
way. Point that way.
Bolt. I need
off
you to
the
roll me
screen.
an intelligence saving throw to start your turn, please.
Okay.
Come on, Bolty.
16.
That is enough.
You've done it.
And you had +4 from being next to, or +5 from being next to, or being within 10 feet of.
Not if I'm pulled up, because he's
Oh, that's
15.
right, he
He's
is 15 feet in
up.
the air. Yep. Yeah, you are restrained. You for running, you mean
Grappled.
grappled. There you go. You're gonna need it. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to break out of the grapple.
Okay. That is going to be a DC 15.
Strength check.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Athletics isn't too bad. So that's dirty 20.
You're 20? Yeah, you break free. Sorry, it's a 16. Yep. But
Dirty
you
20.
managed to shrug it off and you start falling 15
Who do you
feet.
fall on?
I thought I was in the back of it.
Well, he's got you at the back, but you can, if you want, you can fall into there, or you can try and fall away from it.
Kill it from the inside. Do it.
It probably has acid that will slowly dissolve you.
So,
for 1,000
does it look
years.
like there's
See
any?
what
Does
happened
it
to Mandalorian.
before I do like
Boba Fett.
my burst out of it? Does it look like there's anywhere I can get like a foothold? It's not like in the mouth.
Yeah, there's a few places that you can get like a foothold. It's not a
Flip.
advantageous position. It's very precarious, but it's inside.
Okay, I'm going to try to grab a foothold, and then I want to take my grappling gun out and try to shoot it and like wrap it around one of these like fin things, like the grappling goes around and hooks.
So you have a grappling hook. You don't have a grappling gun.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
throw it with my hand like a gun.
Something to work on as a tinkerer.
Right.
Okay.
Basically, I want to
go
like
ahead,
throw it up and then tie myself off.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check. And you're trying to wrap it around one of the like.
Yeah, one of these
One of the
things,
bloomin' onions?
so that if it starts moving or shaking, yeah.
Yeah.
Never eat one of those again.
Yeah.
14.
14. Yeah, you think it's pretty serviceable.
Okay.
It might not be the best you've ever done, but if you want to.
Bolt
Hey.
man.
And then you just tie it around yourself.
Yep, I'm
to
just
kind
gonna
of
like tie it around
strap
myself, just in case I try to fall off. I don't just fall to my death. I dangle a little bit. So what would that have cost me as far as actions go?
That would have been an action.
Action.
Yep.
Okay.
So
So do I have anything I can do bonus action wise? I can do my very last.
Okay.
Get the 6 temps.
sounds good.
So that thing entered the space and ended its turn there, right?
The mind render.
The little tiny one.
Oh, the little tiny one. Yeah, but it only takes damage once per turn. Because it entered the space, took the damage. And I think Core Navarro's only says once per turn.
I'll double check. But yeah.
Let's see.
Anything else that you'd like to do?
Nope. Because I'm
Okay.
out of spell slots for that.
At the end of your turn, the mind render is going to take another legendary action.
It does not say
third.
once per turn.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your other attack against that.
2.
2? Okay.
And then that's the end of Court of Arrows. So
Okay.
Yeah, I
so-
just be careful because I've already broken these off once or twice. Because It's there. They don't handle its own weight. Just laying on it.
So it's going to try and first of all, it's going to try and grapple Victor. I think is Victor within 15 feet of it?
5, 10, 15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's sitting right here. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep. Going to try and grapple Victor.
Okay.
That is a 30.
That
Just barely.
barely.
Right. And when Bolt started his turn, he had to take some damage from being grappled at the start of his turn.
Oh my gosh.
My apologies.
Seriously.
We're probably gonna die.
Probably.
Running is always
Think of
an
all that
option.
money that we're losing out on.
Running, there's nowhere to run in this. We're in the sphere beyond
I will point
the
out
land.
the gate is right here.
But we promised the Lord.
We promised.
He's dead.
Oh no.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Not
Can't-
force.
Can't
Not
go back
forced,
on a
you can't.
lordly promise.
Okay, so Victor is now grappled.
Okay.
We'll do a grasping tentacle on Eve.
This is
Again here,
perfect. Right where I want to be.
which is a 29. So Eve is also grappled. And then Ezra, the little mouth, is going to try and
So
bite you.
if she's grappled and pulled up, so that means we're all like being drawn in. So
Yeah, you
we're
guys are all like
within your-
hanging in the
your aura
air,
now?
getting battered by these tentacles.
Yeah.
So now we're all within the aura.
Yeah, you're all within
I
10
don't know
feet.
if we can run. We're all hanging in the air.
All of
Like,
Luke's gonna do.
We're like little marionettes. He makes us do little dance.
23 for the bite attack.
23.
Well, yeah, that hits. I'm sorry. I was doing it sick.
You're fine.
Yes.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah, that hurts.
I appreciate it, honestly.
It's the only way to deal with fear is just laughing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
30
I'm over here
piercing.
stress eating.
Okay. Ow.
How much?
30.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
I'm up here.
Yeah, technically he would be within 5 feet of you.
Okay, then I want to intercept. Please and thank
So
you.
Eve, despite being grappled, manages to swing the tendril around as it's about to bite, and you brace one foot against the bottom jaw, and then your shield slams against the upper jaw, so that you. Is it reducing the
It's
damage?
It
a-
reduces it.
damage.
1d10
You
plus
inspired her when
3.
you swung on
That's
that
because
thing.
I'm badass.
See?
Yep.
I love it.
Bum, bum.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Reduced by
By
11. So 20 or 19.
19.
Very good. That's much better.
Okay.
I can live with that.
And then it's Seredan.
You can live with
Roll
that.
me an intelligence saving throw if you would.
And
You're not grappled, right?
I'm not.
Okay.
But I'm also not within range
The only one not
anymore,
grappled.
right? Of,
Yeah, correct.
Of
You're
Eve.
grappled.
That's a good. Whew, that was like
Victor, are you
17.
Okay.
So plus 1.
Yep. So,
18.
you are fine. You can take reactions this turn as needed.
Okay. Am I within reach of the Sarlacc pit? Like, if I wanted to make an attack.
He is 15 feet up in the air.
Okay, so I couldn't like swing at his little dangly tendrils or anything like
Nope.
that. Okay.
His dangles.
They are two just kind of like
Use your
I'm in the
Kamehameha.
danglers.
danglers.
All right. My danglers.
His dangly bits.
danglers.
Put all my mixed up parts.
That sounds like something that I don't want to. I don't want to be a part of.
I'm old Greg.
I got
I don't want to know what the danglers are. I don't want to see them. All right.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna make an attack at number 1 here in front of me,
Number 1.
Oh no. Come
and
on, you
that's
can do
a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
For
Kill his friends.
12 damage.
12 damage. That's enough. Yep.
Yes.
You
One
slice
down.
right through it, and
Like a
it just kind
pounding.
of split it in half.
Okay. And then
Yay, the littlest one.
I know.
We're doing it, guys.
Hey, it's a hive mind.
gaming.
All right. I mean, what's the distance here? Like, is there any feasible way that I might be able to like make a running jump?
15 feet up.
Look, there's a convenient ladder.
Oh, look how nice.
Measurement
Spectral
Um,
ladder.
It is about 15 feet up, so you could probably, if you were Anders, you could jump that high.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the rules on like making a jump. Yeah,
Give
if
me-
you run,
If you
It's a
run,
long
you
jump.
get
it's
like
like your
some
strength
more,
plus
your
something.
roll.
Yeah,
I don't remember
give
what it
me
is.
if you want, give me a strength, an athletics check,
Okay.
and we will see if you can make it up to that one.
Okay.
We'll kind of just,
Do you get to add
Improvise
bless?
something.
Do you get to add the D4 to your ability scores, or that's just attacks and saving throws?
Thought it was just attacks and saving throws.
Yes. Attack or
I
saving
mean, if I was
throw?
close to you, I could cast jump on you.
So, yeah, that's a 5.
Five?
So how about this? I like jump into the air, realizing like I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna cast. Oh jeez, I want to say blink, but it's not blink. It's Misty Step.
Misty Step. Okay.
So I will use that second level spell slot that I regained earlier from my. Come on. All right. To put me up here.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I will make my second attack.
Come down just a little bit above it so that you can make your attack.
Yeah.
Stab in the
Go ahead. You have advantage on this check.
Oh, nice.
On this attack roll.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like part of the same entity?
It's just kind of a... Well, it's not part of your Oath of Enmity.
Okay.
It's just a tumor that doesn't move on the ground.
Ah, nice. Okay, in that case... Wow, those are a series of bad rolls. Holy cow.
Yeah, that
6,
was
6,
terrible.
7. Okay, but never fear. That's still 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay.
And
Nice.
go ahead and roll me critical damage because this thing is considered incapacitated.
Nice. Okay, so that means it's going to be... Ooh, should I smite? I don't know. I'm not going to yet.
Okay.
Maybe I'll wait and see how
Smite a skin
how
bag.
durable this thing is. Okay, so that's going to be 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 5 is 17 damage.
17?
Right.
Yeah, you definitely cut like a deep swath in this thing. There's still a lot of flesh to get through,
Okay.
but you have definitely made some progress.
Okay.
The flesh is
Should have smote.
It's a giant temple.
All right.
I was literally thinking that exact same thing.
Okay.
It's back knee.
Anything else you'd
Put
like
on
to
the
do?
ground.
Well, I used my bonus action, both my attacks. No, I'm just gonna brace for impact,
rock
I
me?
suppose.
Right.
Rock.
So at the end of your turn, it will
Oh,
take
it's terrible.
another legendary action.
Okay.
I believe everybody
This is the
but
calf.
Bolt and Seredan are grappled at this point. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Grapple,
Okay.
baby.
Grappled away. So,
Grapple game.
Victor, are you grappled?
I am.
Okay. So it can't reach Seredan, so it's just going to be a single grapple on Bolt, which is only a 13. Okay. And then the bite attack on Eve, since she's already near the mouth.
Can't wait.
That is a critical failure. Yay! Have an epic die.
Your breath.
Yep.
Again. Why do we fight all these stinky...
It tries to like open up its jaws to like clamp down harder, and you take the moment to reorient your shield vertically, like it's the Rancor, and you just like slam down. It just like, slams down a little bit onto it. And that is the third legendary action it has taken this turn. Just so you guys know.
That's disgusting.
All right, Grasper number 2 is going to move 30 feet towards the closest person.
Well, if you guys are, so you 3 have all been pulled up.
Yeah.
Well, it's
right?
right here.
And it
Oh,
also-
that's right.
We're
so
just
you're
up,
just
we're
in
just
the
up.
air.
Yeah.
We're just essentially in the same spot.
Technically, it's Victor.
Okay, and it can fly, so it can move up to there.
And I'm 15 feet in the air.
Yep. And it goes up to meet you. It does fly up to meet you. Here comes the...
As you're dangling, it just opens its mouth and starts coming.
So all those bladed defense dice, or ones I put on the ground, are further than 5 feet away, so I can't use it.
so that's only a 10 to hit.
That's okay. Yeah. Nope, does not hit.
This thing is trying to worm its way into your mind
Sorry, is gonna call
And your
out.
heart.
and your...
Vicky, send me a broom when you have a moment. Maybe I can get to the rest of these cancers.
Number 3 is going to move 30 feet to the closest person.
I'm scared.
Cannot get to anybody.
No, it's 10 feet away from
Ezra.
Where's the reach? 20 feet. Okay.
Oh, no.
Ezra, here's an attack on you.
I have 20 feet.
They do.
Crap.
Big tendrils.
A tentacle wraps around your mouth and your face and just...
12 to hit. Okay.
Oh.
These things are just trying to like swarm into you guys to like try and grasp whatever they can. Eve, can you roll me an intelligence saving throw to start your turn, please?
Natural 20.
Okay, you are able to take reactions. Your reaction refreshes for reception, and it is your turn. You are staring down the gullet of a monstrosity.
I would like to.
I would like to.
Roll your attack for it.
I would like
Fart,
to.
fart, fart.
Oh, you do start your turn grappled, though.
Okay.
So you are going to be taking a bit of damage. Just a bit.
A lot of squeezing damage.
Squeezy.
Crushing damage.
16 bludgeoning damage to be exact.
Lord. This is why I don't trust the gods. They just abandon you in your moment.
I'm going to die now and leave you with this, which I couldn't kill myself.
See ya!
Did I mention that I was a god?
Okay,
Now
well,
you know why I said final episode tonight.
I'm going to try and just smack it in the mouth.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Get right in the mouth, smack it.
That
No.
is a 17 to hit.
Bad aberration.
Boop it on
Will
the nose.
hit.
Doesn't help.
Poop it on the tongue.
Grapple doesn't impose disadvantage, correct?
Yeah, they're
Move on
not
the dangly
restrained.
Not
Just
restrained.
movement
Just-
0.
Movement 0. Ouch.
So, 11. What are my different damages? 11 bludgeoning and 7 the other.
Oh, yeah, you've got that flail.
Yes.
Radiant.
Have you decided on a name for it yet?
Oh,
Almost
You
snake
just like
it's
swing
not
it and
snake
It's
holes.
not
slam it
snake
up
holes.
to the top of the
I've got to
mouth.
put a kibosh on that now before it
Snake
becomes the
holes.
favorite.
I
name
gotta
of the
look and
weapon.
see what we talked about. Hold, please.
Sorry. You said it was how much damage total? I hate to bounce you back and forth.
8, 19, 11 plus 7, 18.
18.
Just rewind the tape.
And again, like, Seredan, you're right next to this tumor that you've been attacking, and you see it kind of like shrink down a little bit as it sends another pulse to refresh whatever is being affected by here.
It is called the Tempered Mercy.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so Tempered Mercy comes around, smashes through a few teeth. They regrow pretty quickly. And then, would you like to attack again?
Yes, please.
Like sharp teeth.
Right.
That's 20.
20 will hit.
Or, way worse. 5, 6, 7.
7. And then, does that include the D8 for...
That includes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not great.
What is the ability like? It heals if you use something to.
Yes, but that's
Oh, that's
only
makes sense.
once per day.
Yeah, and it heals
I've
to
already
everything in
used
the
it.
area.
Yeah.
All right.
Just can't
We
do
hooked
that.
up to the hookah on the other
The
side.
hookah, yeah.
So
Snake tails.
you're still grappled. As we get into the last of the graspers.
The last of our turn.
Number 4.
The Great Wayne Doodles.
What?
That was a book my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Robinson, read to us.
About wing doodles?
I had a Mrs. Robinson in 3rd grade.
Right next
It was a book actually
Everybody
written
knows
by
I had a Mrs.
sound
Hanson
music.
too. She hated me.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah, Julie Andrews. Oh, she wrote
Eve.
it.
I'm gonna look it up.
17 to hit you with the graspers.
Miss.
Okay. And then the number 5 is going to go, and he's going to move 30 feet towards the closest person. I think this one will be going towards Bolt, because technically Bolt is on the back of the creature.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Can't even get to the platform yet.
Okay, then it will double move onto the
Great Wayne
platform.
Doodles by Julie Andrews. I thought it was a great book.
I'll have to look it up.
As like a.
You want to put Bolt in the purple square, by the way? Just so we know that you're on
I
top
was
of it.
looking for books
Okay.
to read to my children.
And then that brings us to the top of the round. Victor,
Okay.
give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Can do.
And take 12 bludgeoning damage from the tentacle.
Is a full action to break a grapple?
Yes.
16.
To attempt to, yeah.
16? You're good.
Okay. Question. To drop my the broom, would that be considered a part of the free action?
If you're just dropping it to the ground,
I'm just gonna
yes.
drop it and say,
If you're commanding it, I
Seredan's overwhelmed by the
would
tumor
probably
over
say a bonus action.
I want to use my bonus action though. I was going to use it for something else.
I can't
choice.
kill these things
Okay.
without it. And you're all grappled.
You can
All
just
right.
drop it to the ground. She can get back, I think.
Jump and the other stuff. I will.
Don't you all wish we had all gotten brooms?
They're like flying brooms.
And wait,
You're
hold
so
on.
silly.
Everyone was making fun of me.
Once you have a
for
lot of
getting a
money,
flying broom.
if you make it out of here alive.
We're gonna have
We
a,
all
We will have
make
so
it
much
out.
money.
troop of
Yeah.
I
flying
am
brooms now.
buying the entire Ungolin marshlands when we're done. By the way.
Flying brooms for everyone.
It's just gonna be for my entire withered bow.
So
plan.
Start
I'm 15
throwing money at
feet,
the marshlands.
and so you say a
Somebody
bonus
take
action
this.
to throw
It's
it
gonna be
at,
Vegas.
at her, or
Yeah.
that would be to command it to go to her.
Bonus action to command it to go to
What about throwing it to her?
her. Still a bonus.
I want to use my bonus action. Okay, fine.
Just drop it. Just drop it.
I'm going to drop the broom and say, it's over here! And then I'm going to... So this one's up on this side, right?
Correct.
I'm use my bonus action to pull in all my blades that are on the ground to hit it and anything in its way, which is anything but him.
Okay.
So he just needs to make dex save 4 times.
How many knives can you command at once?
I
I think there's a limit on
Your
it.
proficiency?
I think it's your proficiency.
Double check.
Just 3, I think, at this point for you. For all of us.
I
We're all
can
at
command
4.
its proficiency bonus plus my rogue levels, how many I can get, and I can bonus action equal to your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Just 3. Yeah. So I'll pull 3 of them.
Pull 3 of them towards the mind render.
Yeah. In calling them all
That's
back.
what I'm calling it.
They are all
The mind
also empowered.
render?
Yep.
So if they hit,
Okay, so it's a
Well, I
dex
had
save
those
for
too.
each, right?
Yeah.
What's the
I had
DC?
11.
Who got it?
1 success, 2 failures.
Failures. Okay. So now it's gonna take.
You
the
as Dallin's.
4.
Oh no. What's the other one?
Okay. That's 2.
Kind of looks like it.
2. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11 damage
11 damage.
total for that for the bonus action.
Every bit helps.
And then I want to use my full action to take a patch off of my robe. How close am I to the mouth?
You are probably about, I'd say you're probably about 10 feet away from the mouth.
Okay, I want to rip it off and I want to throw it into the mouth, and it is the door. So specifically, in the row of useful items, as a patch, and it says iron door up to 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, barred on my side of choice, which can take place at an opening
Nice.
I can reach. It conforms to the opening and attaching, and it hinges itself to the opening. I want to throw it to try and hinder its ability to bite.
First of all, take one of these.
You just muzzled it.
Crazy
You
person.
just muzzled it.
As the patch grows and slams into this thing's mouth and just locks down that bite attack.
That is awesome.
And the other you see the other mouth on the back. Well, you see the other one start like sucking in more air to try and counteract the fact that it's one mouth. So it will be trying to make attacks against that door in order to destroy it on its turn with its bite attack, rather than.
use that door.
That's awesome.
Does the door have like HP in it? Stats
I
and
mean,
everything?
it says it's an iron door.
It's an iron
so you
door,
just-
so it has standard HP. If you wouldn't mind looking that
I'll
up.
look it up. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, because
awesome.
I wasn't expecting that.
Genius.
Well, I'm like, how am I going to use an iron
I knew
door? And I'm
Preston was the right one to give that robe to.
Yeah. Okay.
His cloak of many colors.
okay.
It is the Mind Render's turn.
Now, sorry. When Preston drew its daggers up, did I notice did it heal itself again?
Yes,
Was
it did heal itself. You do notice that it's not, the tumor is not able to seal a lot of these wounds that are starting to crack open on it at this point. So it is looking rather damaged.
Okay.
All right, so the Mind Render begins its turn, regains its legendary actions, and let's see. Preston, because
Because the door.
For obvious reasons.
for obvious reasons.
Well, I mean, if the door could completely like claptrap on Vox Machina, it could do it to this guy.
So the tendrils bring you around to the back. You see Bolt kind of standing there trying to catch his footing, and it brings you right close to this kind of sucking maw.
Hey, Bolt, how's it going?
You feel this
Not great.
pulse of energy, and it tries to pull that energy, your energy, out of you. So
It's a Dementor!
27
Yeah,
to hit.
Oh my gosh.
God, this thing sucks.
Expecto Patronum.
So you take 12 psychic damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Victor's
And-
Patronus would be.
You lose 1 performance point.
One performance point. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So I've got one more left.
Because we established that that's equivalent to a spell slot.
Yes, I've got one more left.
So it basically sucks this energy, and it starts like glowing with extra energy. So it is getting an additional legendary reaction.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's a bad trade-off. A D4 for a legendary action.
Okay. And that was because you were grabbing.
I'd like the cutting words. Oh wait.
And then it is Ezra's turn. Ezra, make me a intelligence saving throw, please.
And I'm grappled.
You are
so I'm
grappled.
taking damage.
Yes, you will be taking damage.
Does it damage
So
from the
I'm-
mouth?
No, it's from
reduced
the
My
damage.
intelligence save is a 19.
19. You can take actions this turn, and then you can also take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Can?
No,
Or you
can.
must.
I will,
You-
I will
you must.
intercept.
If you would like
You're going
to.
to intercept the damage again.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Where's the thing?
Move the thing.
Oh, not very good. Sorry. It is. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, now.
Okay.
We're good.
And then you can take your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna have. So I'm here in front of its mouth, but over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can have. If I have expert and fly in front, is it still gonna give me advantage to?
Yeah, it's basically I'm not gonna say that. I mean, the familiar is helping you.
Okay.
It will find a way.
Okay, cool. So I'll pull it back in front.
It lands on the teeth and starts banging its beak against the door, and the thing starts.
We found the one tooth that needs a root canal.
You hear this knocking sound, you open it. Hello.
Expert knows what to do.
So that is.
Oh, you just open the door, there's a bunch of saliva. Nope,
19
nope.
to hit.
19 will hit.
All right, so that's gonna be. Oh, actually, a D4. Doesn't matter. So I'll dump that in there. So we've got 33, or 23, 31.
31 damage.
Yeah.
And that's gone.
Yeah, you cut a good swath across it. It heals back up as the same tumor that Seredan has been chipping away at. It looking really shrunk down now, kind of emaciated.
All right, I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay.
This time for 16.
16 will miss.
All right.
Would you like to redirect it? Don't you have that ability?
Yeah, you know what? I will. I'll have it. I'll have it.
The Duma.
Any of these are.
I'll come have it
all
hit over
flank
here, so
too.
then you can on your turn just peace out. So I'll have it come this way,
Okay.
and that's.
Did
remind
you
myself
roll
outwards.
bless though?
Oh, right.
Instead of 16, it's.
Okay, 17.
That hits.
Oh, sweet.
They
Nice
have
call.
found the AC.
Nice call.
Well done.
He was like, but did you roll bless?
18 damage.
18. Okay. The tumor next to Seredan explodes,
Nice.
and then it starts
Pimple.
pulling
Yeah.
things from another one. Okay. So you said 18 total, right?
Yep.
Good shot, Easy. That seemed to kill one of the pimples anyway.
We got him.
Just stay alive over there.
Sweet.
And then you actually see that kind of like as that tendril like snaps and the tumor breaks, the render lets out a shriek and it looks like it did something to the render itself.
Go get him. Go get him.
Okay. Next up, unless you have anything else.
Nope.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's time for a legendary action. It will first make its bite attack down on the door
Okay.
because it cannot.
So I found that the AC of an iron or steel, according to the SRD, is 19.
Uh-huh.
And would you consider this fragile or resilient?
Steel door.
It's a steel door. so-
27.
A steel door.
27 hit points.
27 hit points. Okay. So the attack is
I know that was roll table.
a success. So let's roll damage on that.
And that's in chapter 50, right? 15, running the game. The basic rules. For anyone who wants to look it up.
$30 damage.
Dang it.
So it manages to.
You bought us around.
Yep. Definitely.
It's going to have really bad indigestion now, though.
Yeah, you took 30 damage away from somebody else.
The other
which is
mouth
great.
is really going to feel it.
And then who isn't grappled? Raise your
Getting
hands
Taco
if you're
Bell.
not grappled.
Killing Helen.
X-burn.
Expert. Yeah, that's a good idea.
No! How dare you? Now I have to use my unicorn horn.
That would be a great use of a familiar, actually.
It's just going to try and grapple Bolt with its 2 tentacle attacks. One is a 19.
Nope.
And the other's a 14.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, Bolt kind of like brings the all shield up. You're kind of fending these off as again the mouth beneath you is just like.
That was some really good sound effects, actually.
Well, it is actually
Here's a
your
bowl
turn.
of mac and cheese under the table.
Just whenever I need it.
Mhm.
Give it disadvantage.
My turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Do I need
Give
to
me an
roll?
intelligence saving throw, please. No damage for you though.
19.
You are good.
Can I see that tumor over there?
Indeed, you can.
Because I'm like right here on the back.
Yep.
I'm going to firebolt that tumor.
Oh, okay.
Or attempt to. We'll see.
You have advantage.
Okay.
Because it is incapacitated, technically.
15.
15. 15 will hit.
Okay. And so that's 2d10.
It's maxed, or it's a critical,
Okay,
by the way.
so that's 20 automatically.
Yep.
And then another 11. So 31 damage.
So you watch as your bolt of fire like streaks past the tentacles next to you. Feel the heat and they jerk away really quickly, and it slams into the tumor and just lets out. You can hear a horrifying shriek as it just starts to burn and burn and burn away.
Did it catch fire?
It looked like it was more flammable than you expected, but it's not
Alright.
like continual.
Full of hearts.
Disco.
Full of methane.
Okay. So that is your action.
It's my action. I do not have anything else I can do bonus action. Oh, I can second wind.
attacks.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
D10 plus 2 HP.
Well, and not like
10
spells
plus 2, so
don't
12. I
benefit
can
from
regain
sneak attack
12
damage.
HP.
Okay. And then at the end of your turn, it is going to make a legendary action.
If we can bring this up, I want to write this down.
You guys watch as a couple of these pustules kind of on the edges pulse, and 2 more of the little jellyfish pop out.
Jellyfish.
Where do they go?
6 and 7. Just put them within 5 feet of where the aberrant is. Just right there is good.
I'm a scaly man fish.
Yep.
Is a little closer.
Runs made
So
summer shoe.
close you can almost get your eyes wet.
Okay. Then it is Seredan's turn.
Okay.
Seredan, roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Right.
Persona of old Greg, but
Because it's
Save
got
and
a
throw.
vagina.
what are you doing in these waters, boy?
Oh boy.
No.
That's a 5.
Oh no.
You will not be able to take a reaction this round.
Alright, so Sarah's going to run and jump down here.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm going to take some
Yep,
fall
it's a
damage.
D6, right?
D6.
2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You do the whole like stumble. And,
Yeah. And then she's going to run over, pick up the broom,
Okay.
and fly over here.
Alrighty.
And she's gonna jump off of that broom with Scalebreaker blazing.
Swirling, primed, and ready.
You're
Yes.
sky surfing.
Okay.
And you jump off.
So that
Everyone's
is
got a
a
name for their
crit.
weapon. What's your weapon name?
All right, I crit. Well, it was gonna be a crit anyway.
Yeah, it was
But
gonna be a
still,
crit
it feels
anyway.
good to roll a natural 20.
Yep.
All right, so
Why don't you just double, or like just maximize the extra damage that you would roll?
okay.
Just
So
for fun.
I am going to.
As a treat.
I'm gonna thank you. I am gonna smite on this one.
Okay.
So that means. Oh, hold on, let me mark that off before I forget.
Smite, radiant damage, or fire?
Radiant. So that's gonna be 8, 16.
Holy fire.
Plus
So the
32
fire did a
is
lot more damage.
48 plus
Seemed like
5, so 53 damage.
Okay.
Got
Yeah,
flame
you
blade.
Could be vulnerable or something.
You got
You
flame blade, but it's only
just
plus
like
3
shear off half of this and send it
Round
off
plus
into the
8.
void.
Okay,
With your
nice.
first attack.
So that was the first attack. Second attack is whatever, 28.
That'll hit.
And this is a crit,
That's
right?
a crit. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna smite this one, but it's gonna be 19 damage.
19 total.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then not enough. Alright, last attack is another crit.
Okay. So just maximize, double and
okay.
maximize.
So that's just gonna be 21 damage.
21. Okay. Yeah, this thing looks like a pitiful little puddle at this point, but there's still enough moving and that it hasn't like snapped the cord yet.
Okay. That was my action, my bonus action. I can't take reactions. I'm done.
Okay, perfect. At the end of your turn, we will go ahead and just do another legendary action here. 2 grasping tentacles on bolt. We'll see if the first one hits 26. Okay, you're now grappled again.
You're not.
And then, Eve, bite attack. No. 29 to hit.
Yep.
No. $26 piercing damage.
You have to make a concentration.
And
Save.
concentration.
Natural 1, so I'm sorry.
Oh no,
More
bless.
bless.
And I'm over.
Oh, sorry.
You don't have anything that would give you like
Intercept your own
advantage or
You're technically
So
within 5 feet of
technically,
yourself.
28. It would only be a 14 that you would
14.
need. So
And
what's
you
your
do get a
Constitution
plus-
plus 5?
well,
It's already calculated.
yeah, it's already in there. So she got it. She has a 9. With a
9.
1, she has a 9. So you need 5 more in order to
Epic
to make
dice.
it.
Use epic
Does
dice.
she-
Absolutely using
And
it.
she doesn't
And
benefit.
it's a 6.
Yeah, bless is back on. Give him back.
You feel the trio like course through you, and like you're in the jaws of a greater predator, but yet you still just like pry yourself out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it is number 2, Grasper number 2,
Which is next to Victor.
Victor. Okay,
Well, is it? Because Victor got pulled around to the back.
it'll just move around to the back. That's fine.
All right, fine.
These things have plenty of movement.
Well, at least that other guy's. Oh no!
14 to hit.
14 hit.
It just-
Does not hit.
It just kind of like it just like rubs
Put on,
and
like, tickles your face.
Come back.
I think it likes me. I don't
number
like it.
3.
It must be a girl.
Female, yeah.
It must be a girl jellyfish.
Wants
How can you tell?
I think it was put on the smolder.
Okay. Ezra.
My turn?
16 as this thing tries to grasp you.
Ouch.
16.
Now 16
Oh,
damage.
no, to hit?
Yeah,
Oh,
hit,
okay, no,
yeah.
that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it was grasping.
No,
the
you're good.
grapple damage. Oh.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw, would you?
9.
You cannot take reactions this turn,
Okay.
and you take 15 bludgeoning damage from being squoze.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, we're gonna have to
I got you.
Lay on some hands or something.
I keep forgetting about that. Yeah.
I'm saving it for the
Yeah, I got lay on
ultimate
hands.
sacrifice.
Is, okay,
I'll just,
It's
I'll
your
just-
action.
I've got a
right?
riding horse.
So
if I
that's
can
kind of
open up, throw it in his
sort of
mouth, and have it kick around, do
but
some
I will die
damage.
otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
You just made it stronger. You gave it fuel.
Okay. Just say a silent prayer as you
Yes.
you put your
For
hand on your
all
heart.
40
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
lay on hands.
Nice.
Your eyes glow with like an emerald light.
Ooh, that was cool.
In the distance, you can hear a faint panther's roar.
90% of the time.
That wasn't a very good 100%.
It was a very
That was
distant
better.
one.
And then what is that? I can't remember how they did it. Yeah, meow.
And now here's my impersonation of a yak.
Just reminds me of how animals eat, that old YouTube video.
Oh gosh. Every time I see that,
Okay.
I'm like, how
Anything
did
else
I
you'd like
think
to
this
do?
was
Bonus
funny?
action?
That is, I don't have. Well, I don't know. I'm good. I'm just
So,
gonna hang out.
all right, just
I
hang
get
out.
it hanging. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
With the
can't
danglies.
take reactions, right?
No reactions. Sorry, Ezra. I can't help.
It's okay.
So at the end of your turn, it'll take its. I think this is its final turn. I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because it has 4 this turn because of the devouring. Devouring. You're grappled again, right? Seredan's too far away.
What's it gonna do?
It'll just take a bite at Ezra.
What's it
That
gonna
sounds
do
fine.
when it comes for me?
Take a
13 to hit though.
Yes.
You managed to like slip out of the jaws there.
It goes like picks it up. It's like when you like drop stuff off your fork.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it has to grab you again.
I fall 5 feet and get caught.
Grasper number 4 is near who?
Grasper number 4.
See, yeah.
A 13 does not hit Eve's AC.
Nope.
Grasper number 5.
So it's either Eve or if it flies up around, then it can be Bolt.
Is that a plea?
No, I'm just saying.
That one is going for you. An 18.
Nope.
Okay. And then one of the new ones, I think number 6 is what we labeled it as.
So there's number 6 is here.
Yeah.
7's there.
Okay, 6 is going to go for Bolt. 29.
Dance.
Okay.
Jeez, little guy.
So this
Like
thing-
tug of war between the big one and the small one.
He's mine. No,
Oh,
he's
it's
mine.
like in Jurassic Park when the two T-Rexes, that kind of part.
Take 9 bludgeoning damage. And now you are grappled by this thing
Oh, everybody wants a little piece of bolt.
and restrained.
And restrained.
Not
And you're going
that.
to take damage from it at the start of your turn. As it grapples you, the Mind Render will release its grapple. And it looks like it is trying to worm its tentacles inside of you. You can feel that second presence start to press in.
Ew.
That is
That's
just
invasive.
I'm really glad I
violating.
don't have a
Right.
butthole right now.
Ridiculous.
Good thing you don't poop.
Yeah.
That's the one time it came in
no way.
And then,
You're not a normal person.
It's not as many orifices in that one. I'm glad that she's grappled.
and the last Grasper is what? The last like new one.
Number 7's between.
I cannot
That's right.
even
It can
tell you
hit me or
guys
Eve.
what went through my mind because you look like I am a horrible person, and
It went through all of my mind.
Yep.
no, I don't know.
It's a tentacle. It went
It's-
right through your mind.
It's probably
I don't know. I can think of some pretty grody things.
well. Then we're probably on the same page.
I don't want to say mine
Ezra
'cause you'll
15
judge
doesn't
me.
hit you, correct?
I
No.
think we're all there.
Then up at the top of the round is Victor.
All right. So I rip off another No, just kidding.
Another door.
I'm going to make an attack with my Cinder Hearth. I'm going to activate the fire. I'm going to
2 things first.
Yep.
Intelligence saving throws, and you're going to take some damage because you are grappled, right?
Yep. And it's something I can see, so I'll use my reaction to have the damage if it does.
Okay.
That is intelligence 20. Not natural. Just 20.
So you can take reactions this turn, and you take 12 bludgeoning damage. from this.
So I'm going to take. That's halved or not halved?
It would be halved.
So I will take 6. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
6.
just making sure.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
Yep.
Okay. So I will attack with Cinder Hearth using that.
Who are you attacking?
Nice.
The one that's grappled that everyone else is touching, so I can get my sneak attack on it.
There you go.
So I'm going to get my sneak attack
Oh, this is
damage,
gonna
the
be
Cinder
big.
Hearth, plus the damage.
Wait, sorry. Is this on? You said this was on the big guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
So that's going to be the 1d4 plus I'll just roll that here. Then I've got my So that's 11 plus another 4, so that's going to be 15 plus
Sneak attack.
46, which is 14.
14, so you're 29.
So 29, and then
That's what you rolled.
Yeah, that's what I rolled, and then we're going to add on there an additional 46, 12,
24.
So an additional 24. That's
Plus
going to be
the Cinder
40,
Hearth.
53 plus Cinder Hearth.
Is that
is
2d6?
2d10, I think.
Yes, 2d10 fire damage.
Oh, really?
Cinder Hearth.
So 20
2d10,
fire damage plus.
plus another 20, so that's going to be.
Did it roll max?
73.
73.
No.
Here, he rolled the damage for
Okay.
Cinder Hearth.
And then
for
the
his roll.
d10.
11.
I can just roll this one, right?
What's that for?
This one's d10. So that I need to roll the 2d10 still.
Oh, I
That's
thought
8.
Oh, that
you
wasn't
did.
included.
You
in
did
here.
11 with that.
No, that's just the damage. That was just this.
Oh, the
That's not
additional
that
fire
didn't include
damage.
the fire
I
damage.
see, I see, I see.
Got it.
Nice,
Shoot,
dude.
what was it? What was the first one?
I don't
I'll
know.
just re-roll this first one. So if the 4 and a 1, so that's 5 additional on top of that.
It's big.
78, 78.
Just spins around and slices
78.
it.
And a lot of
78 total damage?
Yeah, and fire with that.
How much fire damage?
And the fire damage on that was the 5.
20.
25.
Plus the
25
well,
of that was
yeah.
fire.
Yeah, so you're still kind of like grappling with this thing, and you just like rear back, and Cinder Hearth flies into your hand, and you spin it around, and you just like jam it right in, full on fiery fury, slicing right through one of these petals, and the thing shrieks. It starts to repair itself. What was the total damage? One more time.
78 total, and 25 of that was fire. And I'll call out and say, "For the Eternal Gale!"
So that aberrant explodes, and that aberrant tumor explodes.
Nice.
Both of those are going to be gone.
This one.
Yep.
I don't know what you did, but good job.
Just twist it and get it. It's just got blue tack on it on the bottom.
Sorry, you gotta give me the damage one more time.
78.
78. 25 of it was fire. Just leave that there. I'll pick it later.
That was really cool.
Then
That was way cool.
When you burst, you burst.
Okay, and then that final one, like, it has to like pull everything from these other two tumors and a good chunk of that other one with it as well.
So, I don't remember the damage I had. If I remember, I also had the Pierce of Feet. I could have re-rolled some of those, but that's okay.
You did roll one.
I think you can only reroll one
One.
of the ones. Yeah, so.
You did
So
roll
it
one
wouldn't
one.
be that much. Roll 1 1.
Yep, I remember you did that with the Cinder Heart damage.
Yeah, so a D10.
It was a d10. That's
Yep.
right.
5.
So
that's
that's
an
4
additional
more
Extra four.
fire damage.
fire damage. Yep.
So 82.
Nice.
That's fairly good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, like everything just starts like exploding and collapsing around here. This thing just like shrieks in pure agony as you just burn a good chunk of it away. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, sir?
And for my second action,
I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna drop the Shield of Faith, and I'm gonna bonus
Technically, you would have had a
action.
little concentration check for that. Yeah.
That's true. I'm gonna
I haven't been getting attacked, so.
So I'm gonna drop that, and I'm gonna cast Flame Blade on Cinder Hearth, and just as I draw it out,
Okay, yeah, that fire just comes with and starts like swirling around it.
that's what.
In the vortex. Perfect. Okay.
That's it.
I feel power has gone out of me.
The Mind Render takes its turn, refreshes its legendary actions, and then Bolt is not grappled by it.
yeah, I am.
Eve is. No, you're grappled by one of the graspers.
And the mind render.
No,
It let go.
Oh, it let go?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know
It
that.
let go when the other one attached. So
So it grappled and
Didn't want a
restrained.
threesome.
it's a hive mind. It's all the same. It's going to bring Eve around back, and it's going to try and devour your magic.
Welcome to the club.
I truly cannot wait.
Don't want to be here. 28 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. So you take 16 psychic damage, and you lose your lowest level spell slots. One of your lowest level spell slots.
So the reason I was doing that is so I don't have any spell slots, so I can't take it from me. There.
Performance point. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So
My last one.
did you have a spell slot to lose?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that is it, and then
Perfect.
it gets an extra.
Perfect.
Well, there's other stuff that happens if you don't have any left. So
Coming together.
Wait, what?
Because it's like, he
No.
can't take him anymore, and she's my last one.
First Dallin jukes me. Now Cory's juking me.
Yep. Okay, that is the end of its turn because it only had the one attack there. Ezra.
Okay. Gosh. I'm gonna shoot at. Which one's giving us problems?
Oh, sorry. Intelligence check.
Oh,
Intelligence saving throw, and you're going to take some damage because you are still wrapped in it.
8 on my intelligence save. Or sorry, 6 on my intelligence save.
You will not be able to take reactions. Make sure you're rolling your bless with that as well. Not that it would help in this situation.
10.
10. Yeah.
So good.
And then you do take 13
Okay.
bludgeoning damage.
It's alright. Okay. So this one is kind of in the back, so I couldn't really see it.
I would go ahead and say that at this point everything is constantly kind of swirling in motion,
They have like 20
except
foot
for
range, so they
Bolt.
could be like,
Yeah.
So is he doing a saving throw just then?
Yes.
Is he within 10 feet of Eve?
yeah, because Eve would
Yeah.
be back
Because he would get an additional +5.
So that would put you up to 15,
15.
which is not enough.
Okay. I rolled really bad. Okay, I'm gonna shoot at. I think that's 6.
Okay.
Number
Yep,
6.
number
Yeah.
6.
Okay. I'll have Ixburn fly up there and give
Yeah,
me some
that's the one
advantage
that
on this.
restrained me.
Yeah. Oops. Crit.
Nice.
All right. So.
It was like 2. How many times tonight have you done that? 2?
Twice. Everybody's been critting tonight.
So that will be 31 damage.
But that's normal.
Okay.
And then I will shoot again if it didn't kill it.
It didn't kill it.
Okay. For 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
For 19 damage.
19. Okay.
50 damage.
Definitely, got again a couple good shots through it. It's looking really worse for wear, but it's still
Okay.
alive.
That's it.
And I think that was the one. I think that was the one that has bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the one that has bolt. Okay.
I'm trying to let Bolt down so he can go do some stuff.
Okay. At the end of your turn,
Don't worry, Ezra. You'd never let me down.
I won't give you up. I won't let you. I just got rickrolled by a robot.
Robot roll.
Robo rolled.
at the end of your turn, he'll take a legendary action,
Okay.
and you see that one of the tentacles lashes out and grabs one of these graspers. We'll say the other little one, whatever
7.
number, 7.
Number 7.
And you just watch as the flesh just like molds back into it and it starts healing off of it.
Oh, stop! Alright, so 7's gone.
7 is gone.
Those cannibals are really onto something.
Man, I wish I would have done that earlier and then I could have backed on that. That's okay. Just don't want to have disadvantage or anything.
Okay, and then it is Bolt.
I am restrained, grappled by the little guy.
Oh, right. You need to take some damage. Give me an intelligence saving check. Check. Roll.
15.
15. 15 is not enough, so you won't be able to take a reaction.
Did you use bless? Oh wait,
I don't
he
know.
used bless. Oh man.
Is he within 5 feet
Yeah.
of Eve? 10 feet of Eve?
Yeah.
At 5.
Because she's round back now.
So, at 5.
5, so 10, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
And then take 19 poison damage as this thing starts like.
I have
shredding
resistance
you.
You're resistant to
poison.
poison.
So I only take 9.
So Torrey, you're within this proximity of.
Everybody, I would
Everybody
think,
now?
except me, of
Yeah,
course.
except Sarah. She's on lonesome
I'm,
rock.
I'm on cancer duty.
Yeah, on polyp removal.
We'll call you
Surgical removal.
chemotherapy.
What would you like to do, Bolt?
You guys are all
so
like
precise.
dangling over the jaw of Seth, and I'm just
Can
like,
you guys
on
get
my
over
bro,
it?
like, I'll be right there. Okay, one more.
So I have
Pickles, huh?
disadvantage on attacks
Guardians of
as
the
I'm
Galaxy
restrained.
fight where I'll just like get him grabbed by this monster.
I want a magic missile, the one that's attacking
Rocket
me.
raccoons.
Oh, okay.
So,
And that's number 7, right?
Number 6.
6. What spell level are you casting this magic missile
Just
at?
one.
Just one? Okay. Go ahead and roll that, and also you'll need to roll your d20 for your spell slot.
What?
Your
Oh, yeah.
Cool stuff happens once in a while thing.
So that's 6 damage.
Plus
Plus
one
1
each.
Plus 1 each, so 9 damage total.
Okay. Yeah, as these rusty red bolts just smack against it.
14's still good on that.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Okay, sounds good. At the end of your turn, it will take another legendary action here. Who's not grappled? Raise your hands, except for Seredan. Just you?
Yeah, we're all grappled. All
Okay.
floating around the air.
You got us all in
All
hugs.
grappled like a couple of idiots.
Yeah. Ezra, front mouth.
Okay.
Front mouth.
Ralph.
I mean,
16.
Hail,
to
Frau.
hit.
that misses.
Okay, you manage to like duck your legs again right as the jaws clamp down.
Get your bow and wedge it in there.
Just lift my feet up every time it bites.
Like Luke with a femur in the Rancor
Yep.
pit.
Seredan.
Okay. Just gonna jump on the broom. How far does the broom fly?
50 feet per.
Am I 50?
Yep, it's 50 feet.
To
apart.
here?
So here's 30.
That's
That puts
30.
you at-
Yeah.
So
Triple
puts you
checking.
about almost there.
Shoot.
Yeah, flying speed of 50 feet unless you're overburdened,
So
then
just
it's 30 feet.
put yourself like right there.
Alright, so, I mean, can I dash with the broom?
Yeah.
I don't really want to, though, because then I won't be able to attack. Stupid. Didn't want to do this, but I got to.
Got a spell.
So I'm gonna be like cruising along on the broom, realizing it's just going too slow, and I'm gonna Misty Step, bonus action.
What happens to the broom?
Okay.
It comes with them.
Hopefully,
Probably
does it
want
come with me or does it?
All objects
Yeah,
come with
the broom will come with you. Probably don't want to do that. You don't want to break your figure. We'll know it's there.
Okay, hold on. Let me find that spell slot.
Yeah, until somebody
Okay.
bumps it.
Just don't bump it.
And
Don't
then I'll make some attacks.
Okay.
Ah, you bastard. That is a 20, dirty 20.
20 will hit.
All right, 4. Boy. 16 damage.
16. And that was with crit and everything?
Yeah. Bad rolls. Second attack is a 22.
22 will hit.
4. You know what? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna burn my last spell slot here.
Okay.
It's a 3rd level spell slot, and just be like, where'd my spell slots go? You cancerous bastard! And so that's gonna be it's 15 plus, so it's 20 plus. 24 plus. So that was. Oh, nice. 61 damage.
61
nice.
damage.
Come down like that.
Yeah, so you basically appear right over it and you just kind of like slide down, slicing it in half as you like slide off of the rock and then just kind of get back on the broom.
Nice.
It is completely destroyed. The mind render shrieks as the feedback hits it, and
It's gonna transfer it down. It's 10
Eve's tentacle loosens and she falls.
Oh, nice.
So you're gonna fall 15 feet to the ground, so you'll take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But you are no longer grappled
That feels nice.
for the time being.
Till next turn.
I'm free. I'm free. Dang it.
Dang it.
And then,
I'm free.
is that all you're gonna do?
I used my bonus action. I've used my movement, right? Because the broom. So
Did you make your intelligence saving throw this turn?
no. That is only a plus. I still don't think it's going to be enough, but yeah, 10.
10. So no reactions for you.
Okay.
Mr. I'm away from everything and don't need to worry about reactions.
But I might by my next turn.
At the end of your turn, it will take its final legendary action because the Devourer took 2. So let's see. Eve? 16?
Miss.
16. Yeah.
Miss.
Yep, the tentacles flail around and they don't manage to hit you. And then... Victor, you're grappled, right?
I'm up here in the back.
Back bite.
Back
A 30.
Back mouth.
30 hits,
The
yep.
mouth.
The mouth hits hard.
And I do not have any performance points.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't a devour.
The mouth.
I will, if it's an attack, regular, whatever attack, I'm going to have the damage with my reaction.
29 is the total, so half that. 14.
Okay.
Piercing damage.
You dead, Mom.
I'm alive.
You gotta make a concentration.
Oh, you're right. And so that's on the half damage. What did we say that was?
Oh, for the flame blade.
So
right?
just need a 10 or better.
So 10 or better. That's a natural.
Oh no! What's your con? But she has plus.
She's no longer
Plus
within
one-
10
wait,
feet.
hold
of
on.
Oh,
her.
she fell down.
It won't
next to
matter.
you.
You'd only be at
But-
9 anyway.
Does it count? Does bless count for that?
Oh yeah, you can roll blast.
Roll blast.
I
So
don't think
that's
it's gonna be
a total
enough.
of 2. There's 4. Let's roll an epic die. There's a 6. There's
Oh,
10.
you got it.
Yeah, perfect.
Just barely.
We got
That is
this.
all you
barely.
need.
Squeaking by the skin of her
Dice coming in clutch. Okay.
Cinderheart starts to putter out and then back to fire.
You just like bring some of that wind from the Eternal Gale that he gave you into it. And, yeah.
It's like a crappy pod racer. Pod racer engine.
Yeah. Aberrant number 2. Grappler number 2.
Alright, right behind Victor.
Victor is going to. It's actually going to move away and head towards Seredan.
Bye, it was nice
60
knowing
feet
you.
total.
Yeah, I can get to me.
Okay. Can't attack you this turn. But that big shriek is causing him to kind of change directions. Grasper number 3 is also going to do the same thing. Can it move?
Got
Can it get within
double-sided
30?
30's about there.
Okay, and it has a 20-foot reach, so.
Okay.
Oh. Yep, so it'll just go 30, and then try and constrict you with a 22.
Only I still had Shield of Faith.
Oh well.
And I... Can I not take...
You cannot take reactions.
Oh,
this
well,
turn.
it doesn't matter. I don't have spell
Next
slots.
time Victor does something, Sarah
So you take 12
It all
bludgeoning
comes
damage.
together. I get my 2 copper.
It almost sounds like there's something at play there.
It's called insider
Okay,
trading.
so you take 12 bludgeoning damage. You are grappled and restrained.
Okay.
You'll take damage at the start of your turn. Eve, roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Don't go unconscious.
12.
12. So you will not be able to take a reaction this turn. But go ahead and take the rest of your turn. You are now 15 feet below where all the action is.
I benefit from my own aura, though, right?
But
It should be calculated.
It calculates them now.
So, okay, whatever. Okay. Well, would like to hit it. Can I?
So you're 15 feet below it, probably not be able to hit it
I'll
this
go
turn.
after one of these other guys.
Okay.
Am
Yeah,
I
we'll say
close
one
to
of the
any?
graspers is within range, the one that right next to you.
Okay. That is 19 plus 6. 25 to
25
hit.
will hit. That's number 4.
For 8, 11. Second attack.
Okay.
20 to hit.
20 will hit.
For 11.
11 again. Okay. So yeah, you just kind of bring Tempered Mercy around and slam it as all these tendrils keep trying to like wrap around you. You just smack them away. So that was the end of Eve's turn. The Aberrant is going to make some attacks.
Mind Render.
Yeah, the Mind Render. And it's a 28 to grasp you. Okay, you're grappled
Can't
again.
wait. Again. Missed you.
And then the bite is a
You
16.
still have your ring?
Oh, okay.
You still have that grapple ring?
Yeah.
So got it.
Knew it was going to be useful. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got Grasper number 1, 2, 5.
Yep.
Where is that one? The one right next to Eve?
Where they are.
Oh, that was the one I had to take damage. Whoops. That's right. It's going to try and grasp you as well. So much fun. 21.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are now grappled and restrained. The aberrant render lets you go. And you take 10 piercing damage. Bludgeoning damage. Okay. And you'll take damage from it at the start of your turn.
Is she within 5 of me?
No, not at this point. She's on the ground. You're still around the back. And then number 6 is going to go, which is grappling you.
Yes.
And it is going to try and enslave you with some toxin.
Enslave you.
Make me a
Sheesh.
Constitution saving throw, please.
So they're sex offenders and slavers?
Yes. These aberrants, man.
I'm resistant to toxins. That
points
is a
to
16.
Ravenclaw.
16
they're
is
making
enough.
their sex slave.
So you have not. You are not. You are not yet
All cults
infected
eventually
with the
get there.
toxins, and your mind has not been taken over.
Oh, good.
But you can feel it continually
Make more money
trying
as a leader,
to
but you
take
have
you
more
over.
fun as a follower.
It's true. Yep, buff.
Don't let them, the little ones, get you. They try to take your mind over.
Okay, that was sorry. That was number 7.
That was 6.
Oh,
Seven's been absorbed.
Does he have a
into the-
tentacle hat now?
7's gone.
That's
It
right.
ate it,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
It's the brain
The
slug
tentacle
from the brain
hat.
slug planet.
Right. You look like the jellyfish from what was that? Will Smith fish movie?
What was that?
Oh,
Tail.
Shark Tales.
Yeah.
Shark Tail, yep.
Oh yeah.
Shark's Tail.
Victor, it
Yes.
is your turn.
I will-
You're going to roll me an intelligence saving throw,
Oh my gosh.
and you are grappled by the big guy.
17 for the save.
17 is good enough, and then you take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'm unconscious. Good.
No. You're grappled?
Because it's so it's the beginning of my turn. Is my reaction refreshed? Because if so, I would like to use my reaction to have the damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you made your save.
I will have the damage.
Yep.
So
Good
it's going
call.
to be 5
Not quite dead.
damage.
And where's... Wait, you're right next to me on the back still, right?
I'm still.
You guys are
Am I
up
close
here.
enough?
Yeah.
I'll intercept all the damage. You don't have to use your reaction.
Okay. So,
Okay,
I will
so
add
you take
5
11
back.
force damage, half to
Half.
5.
Victor's face is just like bleeding into
And
the
you
maw,
made
and is
your
like, "Oh, fine."
You're always bleeding.
Yes.
You're always
Bloody
bloody
fountain.
fountain.
What are we going to call this
Bloody-
fight?
The bloody back mouth.
Bloody
The fight we don't talk about.
It's a little bit the pot calling the kettle black there.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm in a
bleeding,
bit of a precarious situation.
What would you like to do? Victor?
Okay, I'm going to attack with the flame blade.
Okay.
And that's a 3.
Oh no.
So that's a 6. I'm going to roll. That's 12.
12
Using an
will
epic die.
not hit.
Did you add your bless,
Bless,
D4?
12.
Still probably
to 14.
14 will not.
Oh.
Plus,
How close is?
Do you have inspiration? Do you have anything?
Or that
No
won't help.
inspiration. That's it. And then, bonus action. I will recall my final. Because I have 2 blades still down.
Yep.
I'll recall the 2 of them back up. So anything in its path.
Looks
Where's number 6 sitting right now? Is it back here?
No,
It's probably like right here.
yeah, it'll be hit by it.
Okay. So the big guy and the little guy, and that's a DC 11.
Okay,
or-
the big guy fails both of his. And the little guy fails 1.
Okay, so big guy 4 damage.
Does it have the roll disadvantage since it's actively grappling? And
7 damage to the big guy.
Okay.
And the little guy, it's just the little guy saved.
That's
or
number
did-
6.
Saved one, failed one.
He saved
2 is the other one. And on this one,
And that was
because
the
I'm-
one that was attached to Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one is gone.
Ooh,
Yep, that
just
was
enough.
slice right through it.
Nice.
Perfect.
So all I had was like 2 left.
Can I on that
Are you
recall
falling?
attack? Can I use my bonus or my?
I'm still.
Oh, you got your
I
grappling
still have my
hook?
grappling
Nice.
hook on.
So you're no longer restrained.
Can I on that attack? Can I use my sneak attack on that or no?
No, because it's not an attack roll. It's just a
Okay.
saving throw.
So that's it.
Okay. End of your turn. Beginning of the Mind Render's turn. It regenerates its legendaries. It is going to take. Let's see. who is not grabbed by it, raise your hand. Okay, and then you're grabbed by one of the graspers, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it gonna fight over me again?
That's so
I think
popular.
it's just gonna try and go for bolt.
Hey,
Like in
stop
Victor
it.
or something.
25.
I don't even know knife
Yeah.
dancing.
The little one grapples you, and the big one's
Okay,
like,
so you're grappled by it. And then it is
That
going to
lasted
try.
for a long time.
It is going to try and bite you.
Me?
And that is and that is a 29.
And it's Frouth or it's Bouth?
Mouth.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it
It's
is.
29.
Yeah.
Naughty bows.
His nickname is just Frau Bao.
25
Bravo.
piercing damage.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
And then it is Ezra's turn.
Oh no. So
Uh,
grapple.
yep,
and I
starting your
gotta make
turn.
a intelligence save. Nope.
Take
Maybe.
15
No.
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Where is he? Am I close to him?
Not within 5 feet.
All right. Okay. That's just fine. Everything's fine.
Just trying to help where I can.
I'm
Well,
gonna-
while I can.
Send Expert over to number 4 and give myself advantage to shoot that one.
Okay, which one is number 4?
The one by Eve.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
27 to hit.
That won't.
For 21 damage.
They have fun. I'm the only one having fun. Okay.
And then I'll shoot at it again. And that's going to be 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
And then that's going to be 23 damage.
Cory, something else I neglected. There's 5 additional damage that because those 2 were empowered daggers.
5 additional.
Just to the big guy. Obviously those small ones.
That was my turn.
Okay.
Trying to help Eve. Trying
Thank you.
At the end of your turn, legendary action, the thing is going to drain the one that's in front of Eve,
5?
but not grasping.
That one?
Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5.
5 alive.
Number 5 is no longer alive.
So it bites it and then like slurps up like spaghetti.
Yep. Basically, like the tentacle wraps around it, and again, like the flesh just molds away and back into the creature.
You need to trick it to slam its bits down and then get stuck and then chop it. Chop it.
Bolt.
Poor little bit.
You are grappled by it. So give me an intelligence saving throw while I roll damage.
Okay.
So you will not be able to take reactions, and you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious by 1.
Oh no!
Yes. Now the question,
I mean, I guess it's
because it happened at the start of his turn, does he take a death saving throw this turn?
Oh.
At the beginning of it,
I mean,
when it's on his turn at all,
when-
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably
I'd say
not until the
not
next
until
round.
The next one.
Yeah, Mister has 5 life left or whatever.
7.
We're all going to be in that boat. Yeah, you'll be okay this turn.
I mean, if you wouldn't have crashed your boat into an area, none of this would have happened.
That's the title of the episode.
Yep.
If you wouldn't have crashed your boat into an area.
Definitely going on the thumbnail. Okay, so at the end of your turn,
Shoot.
it is going to...
This is so fun.
You're back here.
It'll
right?
all
So,
be worth it.
You still have your grappling hook? Did you
long
tie
as-
it to your belt or something?
I tied it around me. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
even if I
just
wasn't
dangle.
grabbed, like just dangle there.
The tongue's like.
Good call. Good call.
It's going to try and bite Ezra.
Okay, let's do it.
It's legendary, and that is a 20.
That hits. Yep. Come on.
$24 damage.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
Okay.
TPK. TPK. I'm rooting for the monster now. Oh, shoot, guys.
And then it is Seredan's turn.
Okay.
Does Bless apply to death saving
And
throws?
I'm grappled.
I don't think it applies anymore.
I
I don't think so.
I don't know why it wouldn't.
It should.
It's a saving
I mean, it's a
throw?
saving
Yeah, it's a
throw.
saving
I
throw.
guess because you're still
As long as
concentrating
she's-
on
I'm
it. Yeah.
still there.
I mean, she won't be conscious for very much longer, but
Yeah.
It's okay. We got this.
all right. I'm grappled by one of these things.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to. Oh, you need an intelligence saving throw from me.
Please.
That's a.
Well, technically, you will be taking some damage as well.
That's a 14 on my intelligence saving
You
throw.
will not be able to take a reaction.
Okay.
Take 12 poison damage.
Okay. All right. Am I grappled or am I restrained?
You are restrained with this one.
Suck.
Would you
All
like to
right.
try and break free?
I just don't really want to use my action to break free. But I might need to. So, yeah, I'll try to break the grapple.
Okay.
So that is. Oh, I don't get to roll bless. That is a wow.
Oh my goodness.
Not being able to use your reaction thing kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dallin.
that's a 6.
Okay. Do you have
We
inspiration
jinxed
or
it.
anything that you'd like to?
I do. Oh,
Do
you
you have
know
a
what?
potion?
I can use my what's it called?
Man.
Divine Soul Sorcerer thing
How
that lets
many?
me add 2d8.
Okay.
2d4. 2d8. 2d4. I think it's 2d8 actually.
There are 2
Um,
Colbys inside of all of us. One of us likes a D4 and the other goes for D8.
Let me just look at that really quick. Favored by the gods, 2d4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said it was an 8.
Yep.
What did I roll? An 8 plus.
8 total.
So that's 14.
14 is exactly what you need. So
Nice.
Okay. So I break the grapple,
break the grapple.
and I'm still on the broom, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to. I'm gonna try and fly. I'm gonna head this way.
Okay. So you can move 50 feet. You can get within range of any of your party members if you'd
Okay.
like.
Can I get in range of this guy?
Yeah, because he's the purple.
Yeah, he's the purple.
Right here,
Yep. So he's right
basically. So. Yeah.
Well, that was my action to break the grapple.
Mhm.
Can you sonic boom this guy?
I mean, I can't make attacks. I can't cast spells.
Can you pour?
I don't have any spell
As a
slots.
bonus action. Oh, you don't
Um,
have bonus action. Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
I have a bonus action.
Good.
So yeah, good
For
call.
a
Actually, I'm going to
healthy-
I'm going to pour a scroll of or a scroll.
Open your mouth.
A potion of greater healing down Ezra's throat.
Okay.
And that is now
Save
gone.
the unicorn. Save the world.
Yeah, don't. Why aren't you using your
Because
horns?
I'm in the air with the tentacle. Am I still grappled or did it drop me?
You are still grappled.
Okay.
Stab it with your horn.
Okay.
See if it does anything.
And so that. Sorry, I didn't even look at how much healing that's
was
supposed
it
to
a
be.
greater?
Greater. Is that greater?
So you'd have to
Or
do
D.
It's like 8
because it's a bonus. What was the roll?
It always is that much.
Yeah, because it's a
44.
44.
Plus anything?
Plus
You
4.
roll. And then
Oh,
Okay, no, I'm
are you rolling
rolling
it for me? Okay. Okay.
because I'm getting good rolls.
Okay, roll good.
Oh, I spoke too soon. 10,
And that was with the +4 because it's 44 plus 4.
14.
14 heals.
Hey, that's enough.
Nope, not 140. Let's change that. 14. Nope, not 10.
would be nice.
The thing. Okay.
Okay, so that was my action, my bonus action. I really wanted to use my bonus action for something else. But,
Awake.
But saving your party.
well, yeah, I
Yeah.
just at this point saving my party might be killing the monster. Especially for only 14 healing.
I'm gonna go
That's
back
what I was
down
like,
next
I'm-
time I get hit.
I drank one of my potions, but it's
It-
2d4
but-
plus 4, and I'll probably roll ones on both. So
If I can break my grapple, I should be able to get to somebody. And
Anyway,
maybe exponentially I don't know. We'll see. If I heal one, then they can heal one, and then
That
we have an
heal two
MLN.
people.
It's like
have a
you're right
healing-
there.
This is like a pyramid scheme.
Anything else from you? Then all good.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so it
Move
has used
around.
all of its legendary actions this turn. So it is Grasper number 2.
Which is the one of the ones I just kind of left.
He's going to move 30 feet towards you. And that's only a 11
Miss.
grasp for you. Number 3, the same. That is a 19.
Miss.
Okay.
Oh.
Eve,
Still
are you
alive. Still
grappled?
alive.
I'm
Are you good? We're all
restrained.
grappled.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are restrained by the other thing. So roll me that intelligence saving throw as I divvy out some poison damage, please.
She's gonna be
23.
unconscious.
For my
Okay.
saving throw.
8 poison damage.
Goodbye.
Eve falls unconscious. And this thing does undo the grapple. As you fall to the ground, it kind of just like breaks away.
How high are you? Don't take
Eve is just on the ground.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good. I was
she's
like,
been-
oh no, don't take fall damage. You
Can
fail your
I,
death
can
save.
I interrupt this program?
Oh yeah, and the concentration drops. So
Oh,
Sorry,
bless.
no more
Do you
bless.
have your reaction?
No. Wait, do I? Yeah, I made it.
Yeah, you
I
made
thought
your
I
save.
it. Anyway, never mind. I don't. I had a question, but I know the answer.
Okay. The last grasper, the one that was on Eve.
4.
Yep, it's going to move towards Seredan.
Okay.
Sorry, you're surrounded.
A 9.
Miss.
Okay.
Well, now, do I use my turn to take an opportunity attack and run away? Because that could kill me.
Don't do it.
But I gotta heal somebody.
Victor, you are grappled by the big guy.
How am I? So right now I'm grappled.
Yes.
I would have to break the grapple to get to him.
Yes, you would have to break the grapple to get to him.
My strength sucks.
You can also use acrobatics. It's acrobatics or athletics.
So,
I have 12 acrobatics. That's better.
so first of all, roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Please have a reaction.
And what's that?
Be gentle. It was a natural one.
Oh, so you just get
Stop
a reaction.
reactions.
Yeah, have a reaction.
I'm just making sure there wasn't any adverse effects to it.
You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Uno mas!
Uno mas.
Hit it! We gotta kill this thing.
All right. I'm going to
You're within 5 feet of allies.
Bonus action potion.
bonus action pop my potion
Okay.
for 2d4 plus 4. So that is
Give me
a
bigger
1
potions.
and a 1. What did I tell you?
Yes, you
So
did.
6 healing.
Just heal back the damage you took.
Back to where I'm at. So and then I'm going to attack, pouring in all I got with my flame sword.
Please.
That's a 6 plus. Is Bless still? No, Bless is not active.
This is gone.
And
Oh, that's
12 to hit.
12 total? Will not.
Oh no.
Let me think if there's anything else.
Buddy.
Yeah, hand those blessed tokens back.
I think that's it for my attack.
That's
Any
no.
bonus action I just used? Reaction can't use it yet for this. I think that's it. I will struggle helplessly.
Okay. It is the Mind Render's turn.
No.
I fought stronger than you.
I mean, those 3 half checks were very sharp.
It is going to try and bring Victor closer to its mouth.
Come to me.
Frouth and Bouth.
That is a natural 1.
I'll stare it in the mouth, and I'll call out the elder. What is his name? The Eternal Winds, right?
Eternal Gale.
Eternal Gale. The Eternal Gale spits in your eye. Am I doing this right? Wait, she's unconscious. Tell me when you wake up. If I'm doing this whole god thing right.
You are grappled by this thing. Roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
7. So no reactions.
No reactions, and you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my lord.
Does that put you at 1?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna say two bringing people down to ones in a row would be dice.
Baby.
What do I do here? I think the best course of action is to kill this to save my friends.
Yeah.
Because if I run, I die. So I'm gonna shoot this guy. And send Expert up there.
Okay.
Help me!
Shoot it in the mouth.
Ooh, 19. So close.
Do you have any magic arrows you can spend, or I mean?
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking about
I'm using
your-
a magic arrow on that.
Well, I'm thinking about your arcane archer.
I've used those,
Okay.
but I'm going to use one of my magic arrows.
Okay.
This is a +2 on the damage side. Just whatever. How did that count? So that's 4 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay, for 26 damage. Magic arrow.
Nice.
Shoot it again with another magic arrow. That's a 16 to hit.
16 will miss.
Shoot. Okay, I'll use my bonus action to send it back and curve at one of these other guys.
Okay.
I'll just do at number 4. Crit.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be 26 damage.
26 is more than enough.
Nice.
Number 4 gets
One less
blasted
thing.
away.
Now I can run!
Devour.
Next turn. Oh, wait, I think we have each. I don't think I can.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Okay,
I can't
at the end of
do
your turn,
action. I use my bonus action.
it is going to.
Well, so okay. If I move, is like, am I
You're
within
grappled, you
range?
can't move.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, stupid. I can't do anything. Okay.
I got a rowboat. You want it?
I don't know.
At the end of your turn, it's going to try and bite you.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Yes.
These dice are turning on me. They don't want
Good
you
job,
to
dice.
die.
Keep going, dice.
High bolt.
More hasty sugar bombs. Come on, boat.
Hang on. Stop.
I was gonna say
Stop.
that's my death saving throw. Oh,
There's a
okay.
few things that happen first.
Okay.
One, you take some damage, so you get an automatic death save.
Oh, because I'm
Fail.
grappled still.
Yep.
Fail. Oh shoot! We gotta go break the grapple.
And now you can roll your death save.
Okay, 18.
18's fine.
One fail, one success.
Okay.
Well, unless I get out of it, I'm dead. Or if I crit, that's the only way.
We got this, guys.
You got it.
I
It's okay.
I have faith.
I got faith.
I have a
in
plan.
your
I wish I
faith.
could
gonna
give you
work.
my luck points, but I'm saving them for if I go down.
At the end of your turn, I will do another bite.
Shoot.
You're grappled by the big
We
guy,
gotta
right?
we just gotta break.
No,
the
they
grapple.
dropped me.
He dropped you.
I was grappled by. I was restrained by one of the little ones.
Okay. Is it within 15 of Seredan?
I believe so.
No.
5, 10, 15. Nope, you're 20.
Oh.
Nope.
It's going to move so that it can get within 15 feet. of you.
Okay.
And that is going to be its legendary action.
We got this, guys.
Is my
It's your
turn?
turn.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Right.
please.
That's a 15.
15 is not enough.
Okay. So no reactions. Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to use my font of magic for sorcery and regain a spell slot.
Okay.
So I've
Nice.
burned my sorc points, and I get a second level spell slot back. Then I'm going to fly so that I can hit this thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fly up 5 feet or whatever. And I have advantage on it because
It is your oath of enmity.
several rounds ago I cast my oath of enmity on it and have not had a chance to attack it yet. So please crit. If ever I needed a crit, that's cocked.
Smash it with the hammer.
So that's a 25 to hit
25 will hit.
for jeez, 8 damage.
8.
And then wait. I've been forgetting to add the d6 of fire damage that my weapon does all of this time,
Oh.
no.
including to all of the pustules.
Well, here's a couple epic die
Jeez. Thanks.
to make up.
So that's 3 more fire damage.
Okay.
And then on my second attack, I'm going to just give it everything I got in hopes that it'll be enough. Oh my god.
1, 2, 2.
I don't have anything to help.
We were
with that.
great. Wayward
So
Watch.
hold on, because I have epic dice.
Super wayward.
So,
1.
And we protected the world from the threats it will never ever know
it's
about.
alright. It's not over. That was like a 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Okay.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's okay. We got this.
I love it. It's
And
cool.
but
It's
I
fun.
used my bonus action to recover my spell slot. I should have.
I'm gonna IG-11 this bitch. Activate self-destruct mode. Run.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn ends. Grasper number 4.
Dead.
Dead.
2 and 3 of them.
2 and 3. They'll move up.
They're-
Ezra, you're alive, right?
Yeah.
They have 20-foot reach.
Yeah, it's within reach of me.
Okay, then. No. Reach is fine, but that's a max of 11 against you. So.
No.
Okay. So they both fail.
Can't believe
Eve.
I seriously rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2 on those.
You
3
are.
D20.
Are you grappled by it still?
No, I
It dropped.
was
It's
restrained by one of
dropped.
those and
Oh,
it
that's
dropped
right.
me.
That it dropped you once you dropped to 0. Yep, and it's gone now anyway. So just go and roll me a saving throw.
11.
Okay, that's one success.
Nice.
Okay, back up to the top of the round. Victor, you are alive.
Okay.
You are grappled.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
That is a 17.
17. Okay, that's a success.
Okay.
So you are going to take 12 bludgeoning damage.
I have that with my
Okay.
evasion, my reaction. Okay.
Come on, hit it this time.
Anything else? All right. This time I'm because the Cinder Heart's it's +3 to hit with that thing, so I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna pull out the 2 daggers that I had before Argument and Agentum. I'm gonna engage in 2-weapon fighting, which means that I get a +1 bonus to attack damage rolls with these daggers. When I engage in 2-weapon fighting with these daggers, you can add your ability modifier to the second attack. In addition, when you hit the same target with both daggers in the same round, it takes an extra 1d4.
Okay, so really quickly, your flame blade dissipates, right?
Yeah.
When you're not holding the weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's off. So I'm going to let's see. I'm rolling with advantage on this first one because I have the whatever attacks me. I have once per day. I can have advantage on that attack for it. So the first one is a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
Second one.
Attack the tentacle.
That's going to be
So
3. That would be 14 to hit on the second one.
14 will not hit.
Not okay.
Well, you hit him once. and
I
you
hit
get
him
your
once,
sneak.
and I get my sneak attack damage, so it's 24 plus 8. So that's going to be 10 damage, piercing, plus another 11 damage, sneak
21.
attack.
Okay.
And this is throw.
Did you add your dex?
Let me make sure I can throw these ones
Yeah,
to
you
it.
did.
So these are throwing. I do want to re-roll one of those d4s
Okay.
using my piercer.
Oh, please.
That's cocked, but it was a 4. I'm going to re-roll it. I can't hold it. Ah! There's another 3 damage.
3 instead
Sorry,
of the 1.
another 2 damage. Instead of 11, it's...
So it was 23 total.
23
Okay.
total. 23 total. Bonus action, I will...
You use
so
your
is
bonus
the
action.
bonus action is part of the
That's your
2-weapon,
second attack.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I use my reaction. That's everything I have.
Ooh, man.
Okay.
Good job.
Then it is its turn. It is going to try and drain you in response.
He's not going to be hard. There's not much left. I'm a gas bag.
Does a 17 hit you?
That's your AC.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not the deck save. I was gonna say I have another.
If it's 1 hit point, he's gone.
Yeah. That's what I went for.
Is it 1 hit point plus 51? So if it's a 52, I'm completely dead.
No, you're not completely dead.
Okay.
You're unconscious, but you will take 8 necrotic damage and have your hit point maximum reduced because you don't have any spell slots or equivalent
Okay.
left.
Reduced by 8.
Yep.
Okay.
That's your maximum health. until you complete a long rest.
Rosebud.
Ezra.
Nice. Steep cut. Hi. Never mind.
Yeah, because that's like nobody knows what that movie is. Nobody's ever heard of Citizen Kane before.
It's a slug.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, intelligence 11.
Yeah. So no reaction.
No reaction, and you take 7
Dead. Well, I'm unconscious.
unconscious. Okay.
Is it just
I was
me?
like,
Are you out?
I'm
Sorry.
unconscious. I am unconscious. This is.
Are you grappled?
I got this. No.
Okay. Then it's going to try and grapple you now that it's within range.
Okay.
14,
Miss.
17.
Miss.
Okay. Bolt. You are still grappled by it, so you take another death saving throw. Another failure there, and then take the throw.
17.
Okay, that's another success.
Lucky
But if he starts his next turn, he's
Yeah, I'm dead next
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. I got it.
He had
I
a
got
crit.
this. I got this.
Seredan.
Okay.
Roll me your intelligence saving throw, please.
That's a 5.
No reaction.
Okay. All right. I'm going to attack it. That's cocked. That's worse. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Come on, buddy.
All right. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna burn my my smite.
Okay.
So.
Do you have any epic die?
I do have one. I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Where's
And tell me what the fire damage is too, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. So it's this, it's these. Where's my other D8? There it is. Okay, so it's all of this. 2d4, 2d8. Okay. Come on, baby. That is 6, 13, 18 plus 3 plus. How much of it was fire damage was 3 of it was fire damage total, but that's 25 damage total. And then second attack. To 25 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
For
Plus your fire damage.
yeah, thank you. That's spent. Oh, nice. That's 16. 6 of it is fire damage. So I don't know if it's vulnerable, but
It is vulnerable.
Yay! So that's 12 then for damage
12.
from fire.
Sorry, so you said
10
it
plus
was
12, so 22 total.
22 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then final attack, just the butt, the non-butt butt.
Bow.
Is not a crit, but 27.
27 will hit.
And that's going to be well, I'll do the
Do you get a d6 for fire damage?
yeah, I
Again?
rolled it. So that's 17 total. And that's including vulnerability for fire damage. I added it already. So 17 total.
Would you like to describe killing it?
Yes, yes, I would. So yeah, she just like jumps off of the broom, just like whirling that blade, and she's just like slicing tentacles, right? She's just like, and then
Slice. Bolt is dropped. Slice.
Yeah.
Victor is dropped. Slice. Ezra is dropped.
and just takes the final haft and just like drives it right down into the mouth, like
And you can see those
The
kind
mouth
of
or
like
the bowel?
the mouth.
the
Valve of the
Oh, no,
I'm
mouth.
I'm
Mouth.
yeah, I'm
Yeah. So you see all those
In the
like
back.
all of those spines like trying to like grasp you as it like falls to the ground and slams,
In the
in
mouth,
a
out
heap.
the mouth, or the front.
letting out its kind of dying gurgle. And you see as it dies, the two graspers just turn on each other and start like ripping each other to pieces, trying to fight over control, as you've seen before with these aberrant creatures.
Okay, so I'm gonna like jump off it and just run over to everybody, and I'm going
So
to.
you'll have to pause there. That's the end of your turn.
Oh, there's more turns. Oh, these guys are all okay. That's
Well,
right,
yeah,
right,
so,
sorry.
yep, because
gotta
we
make
still
death
have to
saves.
be
Yeah.
in turn order here.
Okay.
Eve, give me a death saving throw.
I have the worst luck, so.
18, you're good. That's one success.
Bolt's best friend.
Bolt 2, point
Volt. Victor, give me a death saving throw.
No, nut.
Yeah. Lil nut.
Failure.
Failure, four. Yep, one failure.
Pocket hole.
Ezra, give me a death saving throw.
17.
17. That's a success. Bolt, give me a death saving throw.
Buddy.
16!
This is
Oh,
stable.
You're
sir.
stable?
Yes.
Okay.
Not mentally.
It's my
Not
turn.
mentally.
It is your turn.
Okay, so I will run over and Sarah is just gonna be like crying at seeing like all of her friends like
Laying on the
down
ground.
on the ground. She would run over to Eve first and
So she's like,
use lay on hands.
okay.
And heal for 6 healing.
So 6 healing. to
6
Eve.
healing to Eve.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Eve, your eyes flutter open. You're covered in a bunch of different things, and Seredan is like laying over you, just kind of like, or leaning over you, just kind of like trying to like patch up where she can with her limited magics.
And then
Meanwhile,
that's,
the
I mean, I
inventors
guess the rest of my turn, I would run over to whoever's closest at that point.
Probably Ezra.
Okay, so I'd run over to Ezra, but I've used my action. It costs an action.
Okay,
to do
Victor,
that,
give me a
so-
death saving throw.
Victor.
And Ezra, give me a death saving throw.
That's a 9. That's a
Oops,
second
that's a
failure.
fail. 8.
So 2 failures for Victor, 1 for Ezra. Back to
Okay,
Seredan.
so Sarah would do lay on hands on.
Wait, would my turn have
Eve's
come?
Eve's awake.
Oh yeah, yours actually would have come before
She's already used
the death saving throws. So you
So I will go to whoever's closest to me.
Victor.
Victor.
Well, I'm tending to Ezra. So.
Okay, and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, sorry. I fell asleep there for a moment. Did we win?
Oops, wrong die.
and then
There's this oozing mass
you
of
hit
flesh.
Ezra.
6.
So
6.
sitting up on
that's
the ground. Did we
7.
Okay, 7. Thank you.
Okay. Sweet. I'll get up and run over to. Well, I guess we're all up now, right? Are we still doing?
We don't. I don't know that we know that Bolt's stable, right? So I would.
I'm gonna.
I would-
If it's my turn, I'll run over and do my.
Okay. Yeah. You touch him with the unicorn horn.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2d8.
Wherever you stab him with the unicorn horn, you now have a
2d8
butt and can poop. Cannon.
Makes a new hole.
9 healing.
You don't have the
damage for
cannon
you.
stick tonight. Dang it. Sorry, you said 9?
9.
Okay.
And I'll just be like,
Yeah, Ari, that's awesome. Sari just will like sit down on the ground and just put her head in her hands and just.
I don't know how we felt.
you were supposed
Like-
to be my bodyguard. And here I am, cleaning you up. You are not supposed to die. You're the one
All right.
that's made of metal.
All right, let's make sure that there's nothing else going to
You
attack
can't
us.
do this to us.
Yeah. Eve will go over to
Are-
Seredan and
Are
these
these
things
things
still
still
Yeah,
alive?
they're
They are literally like ripping each other to
Right.
shreds.
Right.
I would go. Actually, Sari would like run over there like in a rage and just start like hacking at him. You know what I mean? Like helping him out.
Go full on like
Yeah.
Office Space on him.
Victor would too, but he'd probably go unconscious during that. And
Yeah. It's not hard. They're not focused on you. Around you, you guys can hear like the sounds of fighting, the sounds of skittering, and cracking sounds as whatever, like the tumors that have been holding this together begin devouring each other, trying to gain control, and it begins cracking the whole temple itself.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, after I finished cutting them down or whatever, I'd just be like,
Everyone, come here.
"Let's get out of this hell."
Wait, I can take 3 of you. You can
I
fly.
still have the broom.
You can fly. I'll grab the other 3 and
Accio
I'll teleport over to there.
Okay.
And I'll lose my unicorn horn with that because
You have 3 uses of the heal.
Yeah,
I believe
3
you
uses
can
of the
do
heal
that.
and 1
Yep.
of spell.
That's right.
Yep. So you got 2 left
Can't
on
get
that.
rid of
okay,
that.
before okay.
Yes.
I thought it was
So
when I used
easily.
the teleport. It's
Yeah.
the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll grab you guys and
Okay.
we'll go over to the.
Yep. The everything around you starts crumbling down.
We'll
you guys
just jump on the broom together and start flying.
Well, it's only you.
It's only
So
you. I grab the
take
3
3
of them.
plus him.
Yep.
Oh, you can take 3 people with you? Okay.
Is the
Once per day. So yep. Grab
is
you
the
guys.
portal like so like we have the dome? Is it like right here on the edge of it, or is it just floating somewhere in there?
It was on the edge of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we? I think we need to make sure that there are no aberrant things remaining. We don't want this to restart.
I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Yes, but if we stay
She used
right
to
outside.
swear. She's serious about it.
I would like to go back to the border town and relax.
I need a
With
bath.
my bard lady.
If we get outside, I've got an oil flask. We can light a fire to come out, get burnt.
Well, if it's crumbling, we need to just get out of here.
Yeah,
And
that's
just
what I'm
make
saying.
sure
You get out,
make sure it crumbles, and if there's
lay a
anything
trap outside the
left,
door.
we can just blast it from afar.
Yeah.
Give me a dexterity saving throw as rocks start falling. Everybody dies. I tried.
Kill a monster. Get killed.
19. Yeah, you're able to kind of do a couple weaves, some Harry Potter style.
Yeah.
Weaves and ducks. And then you slide through the portal. You come out the other end. You guys see that it's still kind of swirling around you. In the distance, you can see that orb start to crumble and collapse in on itself. The kind of wound that was in it with the kind of flesh spilling out has all kind of been bubbling and boiling away. So it seems from a distance. You can see a couple of the balloons kind of pop, and the creatures inside start like fighting each other as they start tumbling to the ground.
To the ground? Do you mean to the nothing?
To the nothing, yeah.
Eve is hastily writing a note that just says "now" for Keskas.
Okay. Yeah.
Does the sphere, because there is no more Eternal Gale, because it was kind of just floating, does it start to like fall, like as it's coming apart?
Yeah, basically it's starting to collapse. Everything starts to fall. In fact, this whole island is kind of
So it's like
apart.
we're basically getting ripped into the astral sea or whatever.
No, so you're still like the Broken Expanse is in this kind of nebulous in between area. So you're not quite in the astral sea. It's yeah, it's sort of it's a weird little place.
But we don't know what happens when you go. Is there like a layer of clouds like on the bottom or something?
It's like junior
we don't know what happens when everything goes into clouds. So
yeah, so you guys start like running. You've sent your message off, and the gate behind you just like cracks and then shatters. The runestones go flying in every direction off into whatever space is left. The portal explodes with kind of a massive eruption that rocks the earth behind you and kind of like propels you forward, and you all kind of get propelled out into open air and start to fall for a moment, and then from the clouds the greatest treasure comes up and you land on it.
Each taking 12 bludgeoning damage and falling unconscious.
And we'll say Hug catches Victor in midair. He like grabs him.
Hug's got this little like maid hat when we wake up, and he's like, "Hello, traveler."
He's just like, "How'd it go?"
we all wake up in the back of a wagon with our hands tied. The black fades out.
So you're awake.
You're awake.
And the greatest treasure starts to peel away from the Temple of the Eternal Gale as it begins to crumble, and the aberrant creatures begin to devour one another for control of what might be nothing at the end of this, because you have defeated such a powerful force that was controlling them. Woo! And that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. Yeah, we. No, you all did great work.
We all did damage. Yeah.
We hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode. I had a lot of fun preparing it. And then
it's not actually the last episode.
No,
so
it looks like they made
almost
it out.
was.
I'll get you next time.
It was about 26 hit points away from being the last episode.
Thanks, Claw.
You're welcome.
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
my voice is already going here. I do the there's the claw. Anyway, have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord. We love you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
And then he lets out a kind of a grunt of pain as you feel those tendrils start to move.
His last breath was just a big old gust of wind.
He farts.
I was waiting.
You're ruining the moment.
I was
I'm
waiting.
sorry,
I was
please.
waiting.
Even
for it.
he's a person.
I was waiting for it.
Take that out,
no,
please, please.
I was absolutely waiting for it. I was like, I was using every other synonym except for wind that I could find because I didn't want to say he was the master of wind or anything like that.
Well, just breaking wind.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm so immature. I'm
We all
just a child.
He laughs
So now-
his dying toots.
Victor is now the follower of the bird.
Victor
From
is
now
the
on,
wind
your
bag.
nickname shall not be Vicky, it will be Fatty McFartface.
Except if it's for his honor. Why did I?
Go, my
Of
child.
thought.
And fought.
So sorry.
The somber moment, totally ruined.
Okay, let's redo that.
It was the
Summer
same when Sarah died and came back from
Yeah.
death. Everybody was
We
just
deal
Yeah,
with
there's
we deal
no,
with
there's
pain
no,
with you.
just
there's no
look at
moment where
you.
there's no joke.
Well, because that's how you deal
I'm
with
so
death.
sorry.
It's a deflection.
That's-
Humor. We're like, oh no, Sarah died. Well, at least we broke now.
At
You guys are
we're
broke. But I'm
That's
not
hilarious.
broke.
Okay.
You got
Everybody
two
okay?
I'm
coppers.
so sorry. Okay, go back to that thing.
Okay.
And let's redo.
We're here.
Okay.
Rehearsal version. Okay, real
Okay,
good.
I have to let me just get the last laughter out. Part. Okay, I'm good.
Put that in the Torrey spoof reel. Just
Fart.
Just that part.
No.
That's
Okay.
going to go to the very end of the video. Remember that.
Okay, I'll try to remember it. I mean, I'm pre-editing this right now. Hi, Cory. Put that at the end, I guess.
Time
Fart.
code 10
After the
3 p.m.
ending title.
And that. I'm not sure if I can do this anymore.